Hello, undesirables. How y'all doing out there tonight in Colorland? A little late show tonight. I'm not gonna be here tonight, just for a couple of hours and everything. So I got a fire and brimstone sermon to give tonight that you're gonna love and everything. And the whole thing is tonight about tonight's show is if you don't understand where I'm coming from, then you are lost. I believe that people who don't understand what I'm talking about is you are either a moron or some perpetual third world person who basically doesn't understand what's going on in the modern world. Tonight's topic is the obsolete man. And when I say obsolete man, what I mean is the what does the mankind is becoming obsolete in the fact that our thoughts, our desires, and just our basic humanity is being questioned. Perfect example what I'm talking about is they have convinced a whole generation of people to care more about Mother Earth and the earth and climate than they do about humankind. When you basically, they're having conversations as we speak about how do we cut the world's population in half? How do we basically stop population growth? The man is becoming obsolete. And it's becoming obsolete by who? By other men. By one group of men saying that other group of men are obsolete. We don't need you anymore. We don't know. How dare you have an opinion? How dare you rise up against us? How dare you question what we've given you? We give you the food. We give you shelter. We give you entertainment. We flood you with stupid mindless entertainment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We give you our theme parks and music parks. We give you our casinos. We give y'all all these things, sporting events and everything. And so, therefore, to keep your mind occupied on stupid nonsense while we run the world and everything like that, and you have the nerve, the audacity to say that you are a man and you want to be counted as a man in this world, and you have an opinion and you have desires. And you like this after everything we've given you, we give you sports team. You got the Super Bowl, we got the basketball teams, everything. We give you these sports stars to look at while you're looking at these athletes and these entertainers and these Hollywood people. We are basically making sure that the world is run right and everything like that. So you are your thought patterns and what you think is obsolete in the world that we're trying to build. That's what I mean by the obsolete man. Where is mankind nowadays? I had a couple of days ago, we had a conversation about LeBron James, and what did people say? Colin, man, the guy's almost a billionaire. He could do whatever he wanted to do and whatnot. You don't have an opinion. So in other words, I don't should not have an opinion because I'm not part of the billionaire, multimillionaire club. So I should not. I'm obsolete now. I don't have an opinion. So in other words, there's a world out here that I'm a part of, right? But I got no say so anymore. I don't have no desires. I don't have an opinion about how the world around me works and everything like that because I'm not part of the chosen class of people that got a record deal, that got millions of dollars in the bank, and that's basically an influence are important. So therefore, I'm obsolete. I'm obsolete. You're obsolete. Our opinions don't really matter. The only time they really care about us is when election time comes out. Then they have to listen to us that one day out of the whole entire year. Then they spend the next 4 years convincing us how to think for that one day out of the year. That's the only thing. If they could get rid of the vote, that one thing to vote, if they can get rid of that, and then slowly but surely they're doing that. You think when they basically beat down black men for straying away from the Democratic Party and Kamal and everything, this is you better pay attention to this. You better pay attention to this. It basically saying your opinion doesn't matter. You're just supposed to fall in line, do what we say. Even the one thing that you have that's supposed to be your power. The only thing that stops all this is the vote and how you vote and everything, and your opinion when you go into that voter booth. They got you so intimidated that you basically are thinking that when you get out of that voting booth, people are going to say, I know who you voted for. And they're going to come hunt you down and whatnot. You got people on the internet terrified saying, oh, I don't want to say too much or whatnot. How do anybody going to know who you voted for? They got you living in fear because the world doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to them, the few. And the bottom line is this, and they're planning your obsolescence as we speak right now. You know, you have no, they don't need you for labor anymore. They're openly bragging about how computers and robots are going to replace human labor. And then they say, you know something, uh, uh, third world labor and everything like that. I don't think the American person should be protected with job security, unions, and why? Because it gives people power. You know, if you could basically control what comes into your country, what goes on the air, and everything like that, you could put tariffs on countries from dumping stuff into the economy. You know, you have some sort of power. But the bottom line is the people that run the world don't want you having that power. If they want you to buy something or something like that, they decide what's on your shelves, what's in your what you are buying on television, what's advertised. It's all control because the idea of you having an opinion and you having likes and dislikes and everything is a thing of the past. You know, thing of the past. You are not the obsolete man. It's like, how dare you, you lowly, miserable worm, you ugly insect, and everything. How dare you think you had an opinion? Didn't you say to yourself, say to the people that run the world, I am a man, like Marcus Garvey said, and I deserve a man's chance in this world. I have something to say. I have feelings. I have thoughts. I have passions. You know, I am not going to just go by the wayside and let things go the way they are. I have something to say. And me personally, College Genesis, I'm going to keep saying what I need to say. I don't get, as long as I draw a breath out of my body, I'm going to keep saying what I need to say. And I'm not going to let nobody tell me how to think and what to be. That's the problem right now. I am not going to be obsolete. You know, if everybody else wants to be obsolete, go along to get along and everything like that, don't have anything to say, you know, just I said, what's your opinion about something? I don't know. I don't know. I never think about it. I don't think we should be talking about that. Why not? Don't you have an opinion? You know, well, that's what such and such said. And you got people out there, and I'm saying to myself, even when the way Barack Obama came at black men, like we have no agency. Let me explain to you what agency is. Agency is telling, as an individual saying who he is. He's telling you who he is, what he believes in, how he's going to do it, and where he is and everything. And where he is, what he is, how he's going to do it, and his opinion and what he is not, right? That's having agency over your life, right? If you don't have agency over your life, because someone is going to tell you what you ought to do. Someone's going to tell you how to vote. Someone's going to tell you what your opinions are. Someone's going to tell you what your likes and dislikes are. And so therefore, when you don't have agency, someone's going to tell you who you are and what you are and everything. You don't get to decide when you don't have agency, you don't get to decide what you are. It's already predetermined about what you are. So you don't have to basically do anything, but just exist. And people look at you, oh yeah, look at that black guy over there. I know what he wants. He wants affirmative action. He wants this, that, they already basically they. I don't know about that, Tyler. Money don't tells anything. I'm not the one. I'm not bought up by money. I don't bought up by money. Anybody thinks they can basically who's bought up by money, you're a sad person. You're a sad human being if you're bought up by money. I do believe people still have principles. They have values and everything. I have values. I have principles that I'm not going to friggin' sell out for money or whatever like that. Money is important. I'll give you that. But to sell your values out and keep quiet about the world, and I talk about this like about the obsolete man. The mankind is so obsolete that he's planning his destruction. Look, there's people. If you ask them, is the world overpopulated? Yes. Should 2 billion people die? Now, who are those 2 billion people should die? Well, we need to kill off half the population of Africa. That's what Bill Gates and them want. They want half the population of Africa to disappear. What is that going to do? That's going to make the earth better. They use this idea, the straw man of climate change and everything like that to justify, like I said, this idea that, the whole thing is this about the way the world works. It's not that it's too many people. It's too many people with too many ideas. You know, one more person with one less idea is better for the world power structure. The world power structure does not want somebody with a strong opinion that's basically standing up and saying, no, this is the way it is. And they don't like people like that. They don't like people that read books and write books and having opinions on things and everything like that. You're supposed to go along to get along. And so therefore, no one ever questioned this whole thing about climate change and everything. Why is it the underlying thing about climate change is the fact that they believe that there's too many people on this earth. So if there's too many people on earth, then that proves my theory that they're trying to make mankind obsolete. That means at anytime, millions of people could die. Would you think right now the world's tinkering on World War III right now? There could be a nuclear war breakout any time right now. There could be massive casualties. These people dying left and right in Israel and Lebanon and Iran and all these other places like the Gaza and stuff like that, and the Ukraine. The world is a dangerous place. We have dangerous weapons. And so therefore, how long is it going to take before this war that we're seeing all around the world hit these shores? Before they start drafting people into war? Before you don't have a choice, and if you're under the age of 40, you're going off to war and fight some godforsaken war for God knows what around the world. But it doesn't matter because you're obsolete. You're just a body to them. You're just a body to them. And the bottom line is this, to show you how obsolete you are. In the Vietnam War, there were people, those bodies, human bodies. You think, oh, all people have this idea because you live in America, this is things don't happen like that in America like you would in a third world country. But they were actually basically smuggling heroin back into the United States on United States soldiers' bodies, you know? And the bottom line is, and they're doing Agent Orange testing and stuff like that on the soldiers and everything. Why? Because a human life means nothing. To the people that run the world, human life means nothing, you know? Human life means nothing, you know? You are obsolete, you know? You're obsolete. Your opinion does not matter. Your opinion, your thoughts do not matter. Your passions don't matter. You know, so therefore, this is what we're talking about tonight: the obsolete man. When is mankind gonna step up and say, you know something? I want to be counted in this world. I have something to say. I have something to be, and I want to be more than what they tell me I am. And that's the problem right now. Everybody basically, you look at the TV commercials, right? And the perfect exam to me with this guy, this vice president nomination, Tim Walz. He goes out there with this, come out there with this 60 years old. He's coming out there like he's a cool guy and all that. Look like a freaking complete moron, you know? And so, in other words, basically, I'm 6 years old. I'm a complete moron and a buffoon. And I'm out here just whatever Kamala says, and blah, 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 blah. That's the world they want. That's the world they want. They want men particularly, right, to be stupid, to be fools, to be buffoons, to be idiots and everything like that. And this is what we have in this world. While a certain amount of people, particularly women, feel like they can run the world and men are stupid, you know, men are stupid, particularly white males and black males particularly are stupid and everything like that. We're misogynists. We're all these things, I guess. So we have to be called and we have to be regulated and everything like that as a protection from the world. You know, that's why they got so many men talking about they want to vote for Kamala because they've been emasculated, and they bought into the idea if you don't basically support an unqualified woman by every metric, right, you're some sort of mean, evil, sexist, misogynist and everything. Not the fact that they don't ask men more. What do you think about something? Your opinion does not matter anymore. You know, if they tell you to vote some way, or they tell you or do this, or you're going to be called a racist or a sexist and everything, you just fall right in lockstep because you don't exist anymore. You're obsolete. You know, you're obsolete. Mankind is obsolete. Our opinion is nothing anymore. You know, we don't have any opinion. We don't have it. We don't have anything to say. You know, where Jamal sent me a freaking thing about this. Uh, Wow, man. Afro stink tank, you know. Kamala Harris can inspire African globally to not settle for men just because they don't share the same race. What the hell is that will happen? So this guy, Afro Stink Tank, is openly calling for race mixing, as a solution for black women. This is what these fools this fool's talking about. This is what this fool's talk about. Finally, I know that a super minority of black men support Trump over Kamala is because I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Like I said, we got these weirdos out here. Why do people think they could get up there here and lecture a man who has agency over his life and everything about who to vote for? Why do they think they could do that? Do they really think that it really matters? It does not matter to me. I don't give a damn who you are, whatever like that. My vote is my opinion and everything. My vote is my opinion putting down in a box, So the bottom line is this, it is what it is. It's the world we live in. We don't live in a free world anymore. The world we live in is not free. Individual liberty is what this country was based on. Individual liberty. When someone basically tells you, like Elvis, he goes, well, Governor Tim Walz gave us time off, vacation pay, blah, 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 all this stuff like that. But what did he take away from you? See, that's the part they don't ever tell you. Anytime somebody gives you something, a politician or a state or a government gives you something, you rest assured whatever they're taking away is 10 times worse in return and what they're taking away from you, This guy basically had the strictest mandate in the country. He was basically locking up people for going to church, having a cookout, and stuff like that. It's all about power and control. So he's going to give you a couple of send you money back into the state coffers and everything. Oh yeah, fine, that's fine. But is that really worth your friggin' freedom, your liberty, and everything like that? What little bit of chump change he gives you back and everything? I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I'm like Patrick Henderson. Give me liberty or give me death. The sweet blessings of liberty are what I want. I don't care about your I don't care about reparations. I don't care about no damn getting money from the government or some social program, which Kamal was saying, oh, black men are gonna get low interest loan. Well, I don't care about none of that. The bottom line is this: if I can't have my liberty, if I can't say what I want to say and feel how I want to feel, it means absolutely. That means I'm obsolete. That means I'm nothing. I will not refuse to walk around as just a nobody and basically be obsolete on the world stage. I have something to say to the world. I've always had something to say to the world. I have an opinion. I have thoughts. I have passions. And so I'm not going to roll over for anybody and just go the way of the dodo bird and just disappear. No, if I go down, I'm going to go down fighting. I'm going to go down. I'm going to take my enemies with me. So the bottom line is this is what I'm here for. This is what the College Genesis is here for. I'm here for the fight. And the bottom line is if you don't want to be obsolete, then listen here. This is a program for you, this is a program for you. But if you want to basically just go along with the get along, listen to the Barack Obamas of the world while he lives in his big mansion, got hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's going to, him with his Hollywood friends, they sit up there and they're going to tell you and browbeat you and tell you who to vote for and everything. He doesn't ask you what your opinion are and everything. Why? Because Barack Obama believes you're obsolete. The only time they care about you is every 4 years when there's an election. That's the only time they even acknowledge you exist. Most of the time, 365 days of the year, they give you entertainment, they give you foolishness, they give you nonsense, and they're flooding you with foolishness and nonsense 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the one time that basically take you seriously, they basically telling you who to vote for and everything. So in other words, they basically use entertainment. That's what the proof of what I'm talking about is who are they getting to basically fall you in line, tell you to vote for it? Entertainers, because they know they spend billions of dollars propping up entertainers and sports stars so they can basically tell you how to vote, because they know how most people are. When they see somebody rich, they follow them. Taylor Swift, oh, she said this. Let me go listen to Taylor Swift, man, because she's a billionaire, whatever. She's a billionaire. Let's go listen to what she has to say. So the bottom line is this: we're becoming more and more obsolete as a race of people, a race of human beings. Our opinion does not matter. The only thing that matters is the paid puppets that lord it over us and tell us what to think, how to think, what to buy, what not to buy, how to feel, and what not to feel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And the one time when they can't do that, where it matters, is that day on election day. That's the only time that you have any sort of say so and power. The one time to make your vote count. That's why you say you cannot basically, you better think long and hard about who you pull that lever for. Don't think on your emotions and everything like that. Think of your values. Who is going to basically make sure that the world that we knew once knew that where we had an opinion or we meant something, what person is going to do that? What person is more likely to gain for us from our silence? For us telling us what to do with their foot on our neck. What person is doing that, and what person basically says, your opinion is your opinion, whatever. That's what you got to look at. But I don't know. I could talk to a blue in the face and everything like that. Some of you are going to go out there, do what you want to do, and everything like that. That's why I'm not telling anybody who to vote for. But I'm just saying, think long and hard. Also, all I really ask is think long and hard, and be really objective when you make the decision about who to vote for, and but like not just who to vote for, but where's your political alliance? What's your opinion on things and everything? We go along to get along. People go along to get along, are the most dangerous people on the planet. Because they don't question anything. They just make like this. And I used to say, like back in the days, the people who will go along to get along, these are the people who usually have something to gain from the status quo. These people have something to gain, or people that basically who basically the system has something on, whatever it is, whether it's plagiarism, whatever it is, fraud or something like that. And so they basically think bad faith, how the CIA crows. I don't like conspiracy theories, but I think it's bigger than the CIA, bro. CIA's out there, but I don't think the CIA is that big of an agency to do that. I think there's a whole cabal above the CIA of think tanks, institutions, government agencies, all combined, Hollywood entertainment, all combined to keep things just the way they are, So 365 million people are under control because they really believe in the obsolescence. They don't care. They don't care about who's ruling them, who's making decisions for them, who's basically, you ask yourself a question. How is it that if we got a country that they say we have a democracy, what kind of democracy would tolerate having no money for its own citizens at the hurricane disaster in Florida and Georgia and North Carolina, but you have plenty of money to give a rinky-dink country like Ukraine, but you don't have to. So you're gonna tell me that the American voter, the American person, is not obsolete right now? Yes, he's very obsolete. He has no power because they know they could do that and get away with it. They can do that and get away with it. They can do whatever they want to get away with because you have no power. You're a sniveling worm. You're a begging, dependent worm. You're a freaking insect. You're something that they can squash at any time they want to. You're something that basically, how dare you even have an opinion? How dare you question like that? Well, look, man, the border's wide open and we're spending all these billions of dollars on people who should not be here. How dare you question us and whatnot, Don't you understand this country doesn't belong to you no more? Don't you understand you're obsolete? You're the obsolete man. What do we need you for? We're going to replace you with these illegals. We're going to replace you with robots. The only time we need you is that one time of the year, every 4 years to vote. That's it. So we can manipulate your vote. We got you. The last thing they have, the last thing stronghold they have is control over the vote. That's what this election is all about. It's all about them controlling the vote. That's the only thing they have left. They control everything else. They control the media. They control Hollywood. They control sports. They control entertainment. The only thing they do not have is that one time out of the year, well, every 2 years in the Congress, every 6 years in the Senate, and every 4 years in the presidency. That's the only thing that window, that little window of opportunity. If you take that away from the public, they have everything. That means they have the military, they have everything, they have the police, everything to crush you. And that's where we're headed to. All this stuff like that. When you see them basically going after Trump like that, that's what this is all about. They want to be able to say without no evidence. See, these people, the people who are tyrants and dictators, three things they hate. They hate reason, they hate logic, and they hate the truth. When they said climate change is an existential threat, so in 5 years, everybody has to pull their gas guzzling cars out and get an electric car. How is that feasible? It's not logical. It's not feasible. It's not possible. But bottom line is, they don't care about logic. They don't care about what's reasonable. They don't care about the truth. All they care about is they say so. They're in power, and you're obsolete. Your opinion's obsolete. But like I said, the only time that your opinion is not obsolete in this day and time is your vote. We used to have in this country, Hollywood used to be independent. Hollywood basically was on the side at one time was on the side of the people. Now Hollywood has gone woke. They've gone all this other stuff that's going on. And the bottom line is Hollywood is part of the establishment. Eminem tries to gets up there and promotes Kamala. Eminem theoretically is becoming another rich white man with white privilege, talking about living in a gated community, talking about Kamala Harris. He's up there with Barack Obama, another privileged man near white and whatnot, But these people don't speak for the average people anymore. They don't even see it. They don't speak for the Eminem does not reflect even the poor whites anymore like he used to. He's up there with the rich elites, rubbing elbows with the rich elite people that run the world. See how that changed? They basically recruit your entertainers, people you have confided in, people you have trust in, people who you listen to their music. They know that, so they bring them into the club, and now that this is what this is all about. Look, the last thing they have, the one thing that they don't have is the vote. If they can get rid of your vote, they will have complete power. They will have complete power. If they get rid of the idea of elections and everything like that, they would have complete power over everything. You wouldn't have any voice, no nothing. You would really be obsolete. But the only thing saving mankind, particularly in America, is your vote. That's the only thing saving this society is the vote. Don't make no mistake. I don't care who tells you anything different. The only thing that they fear is the vote. And they fear people veering off from your assigned roles. Like you don't have agency. Like they hate the fact that they hear black men talking about, well, I like Donald Trump because he's going to do with the border. I like Donald Trump because he's talking about the economy and inflation. See, that's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to have an opinion on anything. You're not supposed to have agency. You're not supposed to have anything other than what they tell you to vote for. Police reform, criminal justice reform, ending stop and frisk. Those, they give you the issues that you can run with and everything. They get people to tell you, we got to end stop and frisk. They get the friggin' rappers and everybody to talk about this. Pretty soon, you have a whole 45 million people who don't commit crimes, don't do nothing, basically going around talking about what I'm voting for is to defund the police. Stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. So they go talk about defund the police. Well, how's that going to work for you? Like when our communities, many of the black communities are overrun with crime and everything. And that's exactly what happened. You defund the police, crime escalated. And people are like, what the hell is going on? Our communities are not safe anymore, right? Well, you said defund the police. Well, I guess we made a big mistake when we said that. Yeah, obviously you did. But that's the way it works. And so therefore, when people start talking about what are black issues, I think right now, because of these people completely failed black America, the Democrats completely failed black America, somebody like Trump could come in and say, something, we need to do this, we need to do that. And people are like, something, this guy makes a lot of sense. Why? Because the Democratic Party failed to build anything tangible with black people over the years, other than slogans and rhetoric. and everything. Stop racism, stop the orange man, defund the police and whatnot. Stop racism, white supremacy, social justice warrior, all this kind of stupid stuff like that. That got nobody any place because they weren't serious about it. But the bottom line, that's how they got you to vote. So that's what we're talking about tonight, folks. I'm gonna bring put the link in the chat room so people call in. What do you think about this? Are we is mankind obsolete? Are we is this the end? Do we have an opinion? Do we have a right to exist in this world anymore? Who does this world belong to? Are we just going to sit back and be a bunch of patsies to people pushing, sitting behind a computer, telling us what to do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we don't have any opinion on anything like that? Is that the future of mankind? We have no future. We're just bringing just shills, robots, and when just do what they told and everything like that. It used to be a time where people made speeches, people listened to speeches and everything, and people were inspired. And next thing you know, the political establishment and the cultural establishment reacted to the changing of the times and everything. That came from the grassroots. It came from the average people talking, socializing. Now we don't do that anymore, Everything's all the talking points and everything you see online, everything is carefully crafted to steer you into certain ways of thinking and everything, and so therefore you don't basically question anything that's real. So with that, I'm gonna put the link in the chat room. Anybody want to call in tonight and talk about this topic? Is mankind obsolete? Are we going to become obsolete? What opinion do we have? What are we? What are we? What are we? Are we what's the future going to look like for mankind? Are we going to have a say so in the world anymore? Are we going to have a say so in the world? So this is what we're talking about tonight. Is mankind obsolete? Is this it? Is this it? So the bottom line, we have no say so, we have no opinion and everything like that. But a perfect example of what I'm talking about is look at how the Democrats selected Kamala. No delegates, no anything. They just set a group of oligarchs in the Democrat Party saying, we want Joe Biden out, who was basically elected, and they basically put Kamala in there that was unelected, unelected. So unelected, no delegates, there's nobody primaried her. She didn't run against anybody and everything like that. And somebody basically, this guy for the family, you're not getting on my show, so don't even, just go away. You're not coming on my show. These people don't get it, Once you troll me and everything like that, that's it. I'm done with you. You're not going to ever come on my show ever again. That's just the way it is. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. You guys troll me, curse me out, a bit disrespectful and everything. You're not coming up here. I don't want to hear it. I don't need it. I don't want to hear it. So that's what it is. So you could take that ADOS FBA bullshit. I don't know why he keeps coming up here. You're not getting on, bro. You're not getting on. Kick from studio. You come up here again, I'm gonna ban you. I don't believe in that ADOS FBA bullshit and everything like that. I don't understand it. I don't understand. I understand some of the rhetoric and everything. This guy's on my freaking last nerve. Goodbye, banned from studio. Banned. Gone. I am not kidding. People like that are basically get on my last nerve when I trying to call in my show and trying to disrupt my show and everything like that, try to curse me out. No, you're not coming up here. I'm not having that. I don't need guests that bad. People that come up here and be disrespectful. Everything. I'm not playing that game anymore. You come up here, you have something to say, you have an opinion. I welcome anybody's opinion, but be respectful. Anybody's respectful and everything like that. Even I don't care about you disagreeing with me and stuff like that, but as long as you're respectful, I can deal with it. But if you're gonna come up here and cuss and tell me off and everything like that, and make disparaging marks towards other groups of black people and everything like that, I'm not gonna have that. So people talk about all they want because they know that Colin. I'm not no angel or nothing like that, but I do not tolerate that bigotry. I'm not, at least on my side. I can't do what the Africans. I can't say what Africans do. That's them. But I could say this coming from my side of African Americans, I do not tolerate that. That's my responsibility to make sure that does not happen on my watch. I will not tolerate people with their xenophobia and their tribalism and their ethno bigotry and stuff like that, and xenophobia towards other black people. I'm not going to tolerate it, at all. I don't give a damn. I know it sounds like sometimes it feels good. You want to get back and everything, but we got to be bigger people. We can't put ourselves on the level of Afro dumbass. We can't do that. If I'm no different than Afro dumbass, then what good am I? If I gotta basically talk about all the stuff like that, I really feel sorry for the guy. Really do. I really feel sorry for Afro Damas. I really do. I really so far sorry for all these guys that act like that. They got so much hatred in their hearts and everything like that. I really feel sorry for them. Really sad situation. I just wish they get the help they need or whatever like that and move on because I got too much going for me in life and too much happiness and joy to sit around hating on somebody, for whatever reason. It's just not happening. I'm not tolerating that no more. I mean, it's the same thing why, I don't really mess with the Pan-African movement anymore because there's too many people, too much hate in the freaking movement, too much hate. And the bottom line is I was willing to tolerate that for years because I thought the bigger picture was we building something and we have a nation eventually. We have business and infrastructure. None of that panned out. So why am I in a movement that never materialized and gave me anything? Why is that? Why am I still sticking around a movement that's obviously not going anyplace? Maybe Baruti could tell me that where I'm doing wrong and everything like that. And something, Baruti talked about Ubuntu. I was feeling Ubuntu for the last couple of days, him and Dollar Bill talking that. Then my brother Nate calls me today, right? And put my Ubuntu to the test and whatnot. This nigga talking about call me from New York, talking about, hey, let me borrow $50. I was like, nigga, you don't get the hell out of here with that. Yeah, man, Ubuntu, man. I am because we are and whatnot. Yeah, we are money coming out of my pocket. I am. I moved through something, went right out the door, man. When we're dealing with Negroes and whatnot, just like the whole "it takes a village" thing. You got to read between the lines when you're dealing with niggas. That means that look, I got like 5 different babysitters gonna watch my kids while I go out clubbing and whatnot. Hey, it takes a village to raise a cow and whatnot. You ain't doing your part and whatnot to help with the children and whatnot. Well, geez, man, the primary responsibility of raising that kid is on you. And I know it takes a village. That means y'all got to kick in too and whatnot. Y'all got to buy clothes for them. Y'all got to buy toys for Yo, man, the fun never stops with dealing with the Negro in America, Get the hell out of here, Elvis. My brother is 54 years old, man. I love him and it breaks my heart that he's like this, but he's been like this since he was 14 years old. 40 freaking years. 40 years of doing absolutely nothing with his life and everything like that, 40 years just on the streets doing nothing and whatnot, and he's talking about, yo, man, I'm about to get my SSI, man. I got $100,000 coming to me, man. I'll pay you back. Yeah, right, nigga. I heard that so many times before. I done gave that nigga so much money over the years, Elvis. You have no idea, And so that Ubuntu just went out the door with me today. I was like, yeah. I was really feeling the Ubuntu thing. I was thinking about Dollar Bill and Ubuntu, and then he calls me. That Ubuntu shit went right out the door, man. I am because we are whatnot. No, man. I said, And I told my sister right in the office, I go, yo, Nate's on the phone. I said, she goes, I don't give me that phone. She goes, nigga, there, yeah, she's there. I go, she's in the office when I want to speak to her. She didn't want to talk to your ass, man. I said, you better get your shit together. And he starts giggling and laughing, like a kid. He's like a 54-year-old kid and whatnot. That's my Ubuntu, man. Yeah, get the hell out of here with that shit. I am because we are whatnot. Yeah, that will work on any other group of people but Negroes and whatnot. Ubuntu will work. If you took Ubuntu and brought it to the Chinese, that'd be beautiful. It work. You took Ubuntu, it takes a village. You took that to the Japanese. Oh, that'll work. Whatnot. But dealing with Negroes from America, Africa or even mostly America, get the hell out. None of that shit work. The only thing that works is, like I said, FTA, foot to ass. When you put your foot up niggas' ass and whatnot, they listen. That's the only thing that works. And Ubuntu is not going to work without the FTA. That means foot to ass. It's always got to be the underlying threat of you getting a foot up your ass for Negroes to work. So I do what I do and whatnot. But back to the topic of the obsolete man and whatnot. What is mankind's purpose in the world? What is mankind's purpose in the world? Are we gonna have an opinion, anymore? Or just basically we're just gonna listen to friggin' people like that Sunny bitch that's on The View and whatnot tell us we're dumb and stupid. What she say about black men? These ridiculous, dumb, stupid black men and whatnot. So in other words, somebody with a major platform and everything is basically could talk about black men like that, like we don't exist. We're obsolete. The only thing, like I said, how many times like I tell you tonight, the only thing they need you for, they don't care about you. She don't have any association with black people. Barack Obama doesn't talk to black people. You're obsolete to them. The only time they need you is every 4 years to show up to the poll and you vote how they tell you to vote. Now that black people are sort of rebelling a little bit, they're angry, and you see the venom and the vitriol coming out of them. They pull out Spike Lee. Oh yeah, Spike Lee. I get it, Spike. You got a movie coming out. You need financing and support and whatnot. So you're out there stumping for Kamala. That dude Wendell Pierce, that fat dude Wendell Pierce and whatnot. He basically is basically going out there stumping for Kamala, talking about black men need to be educated. Educated about what? This lady's a bimbo. Is an idiot. Nobody likes her. We all know. We know all about Kamala Harris. We don't. Most black men don't like her. Not because she's a woman, because she's her. But anyway, he's out there. Now look on TV the other day. He's starring in a new CBS series that's going to be on CBS and what's that streaming channel, right? Some new series. I think he's like a doctor. I don't know what the heck it is, right? I said, look at this. This nigga got a new TV series out, So this was all about right now. You get up there and you do your best buck dancing for these people and everything, and they reward you with a new television role. They reward you with a contract. That's what all about. Steve Harvey, sitting down with Kamala. You think he really gives a shit about anything? No. He wants to get invited to the White House. He wants to be able to do his comedy routine in the White House, maybe do an MC something at the White House. And he's thinking about himself. He's thinking about because the bottom line is nobody gives a damn about us black men. Nobody gives a damn. We're obsolete. The only thing they need from us is just fall in line and vote. They don't engage us. They don't talk about what our opinions are. Opinions. Man, you're just an old wrinkly insect. You're a worm. You're a worm crawling in the dirt. You're nothing. We'll step on you and squash you. You're nothing, but we want your vote every 4 years. That's what I mean by the obsolete man. Now, if you want to be obsolete, like my good friend Elvis here, when you want to obsolete at Elvis, hey, go right ahead, But I think a lot of us want to live for something. A lot of us want to be something. A lot of us stand for something, I can't be bought with a couple of trinkets from a governor and whatnot, I got something to say about this world. I got something to be about this world. I don't want to be sitting around talking about, something. Things are good, man. I just got a little bit of food on my in my refrigerator. Look, it's I could be back in Liberia starving right now, but Governor Tim Walz, freaking, he's really, the state of Minnesota, we got all this stuff like that. But what did he take away from you? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what he takes away as long as he giveth, I'm sorry. Look, the bottom line is this. I don't want my liberties taken away from me. I don't give a damn what this government has to offer me. I don't care. I never asked this country or this government for anything. So this government cannot basically browbeat me and try to intimidate me with what they gave me and stuff like that. Because nobody ever gave me a goddamn thing in this country. Nothing but a hard way to go. Let's see, what does Baruti got to say? He says recently Ubuntu conference, oh Lord, highlight conference and president of applying Ubuntu ethics. Dude, man, the day I see African countries run efficiently and everything like that, where there's no theft and no murder and no looting of the country and everything, and I see infrastructure and I see it working in harmony, then I'll believe in Ubuntu. But until then, I don't care about your scholars and everything like that. So lots of scholars. And scholars mean nothing. If it don't translate to tangible results, it means absolutely nothing. But Ubuntu can't be enforced by law and by punishment, reward and punishment. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. So this is what it is. It is what it is, I don't know people Ubuntu. I don't know. Like I said, all these things sound good, Ubuntu and stuff like that. But when it really comes down to really actually doing it and living it, it's like that's a whole different story. You got Ubuntu and then you got reality. Reality is much different than a theory. Ubuntu is a theory. The theory of Ubuntu. Why don't we start calling it a theory? The theory of Ubuntu is not scientific law. It's theory. It's theory. It's philosophical theory. It's not even scientific. It's philosophical theory. But hey, look, man, if that's what you want to believe in, hey, that's fine. Nothing against people believing what they want to believe in. As long as you're believing in something, I guess, when you believe Ubuntu's the way, go right ahead, man. Like I said, you have an opinion. One thing I'm not going to do is shut somebody down for their opinion, if you believe Ubuntu's the way, hey, look, keep saying that and everything. Hopefully it'll work out sometime, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it, I'm not going to hold my breath on it, and I'm not going to be conned into, going along with it to get along and everything like that. When I know people, look, you got to basically, people have to pull their weight. I believe in that. I don't care how much Ubuntu you say you have. People have to people know when you get into a group of people, we're going to do something and everything. There's always going to be people basically there's going to be slacking. There's people going to do less work, and there's going to be. So let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story, man. I always tell people one of my famous stories, right? I'll never forget. This was back in 1998, right? A friend of mine, right, a white friend of mine. We went to this Chinese buffet house, right? And from what I'm hearing, right, there was like 4 different families that ran this buffet house, right? It was a pretty good place too. We had good food and everything like that, And so it ran this place, right? Well, anyway, one day we went there, and the kitchen, the back kitchen, just disintegrated into chaos. They're back there fighting one night. I was like, man, I'm gonna play a movie. There was kung fu fighting. And these were some tough looking Chinese, man. They were from the mainland of China. They look tough, man, And also, next thing you know, you had this one lady. I said, this little lady got up there and got in this guy's face and whatnot. Next thing you know, this guy got in her face and they're holding him back and whatnot. Then the manager comes in with a suit and tie. I'm like, well, let's all get along, blah, 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 blah. They're like, blah, 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 blah. Evidently, what happened was some people were accusing other people of not pulling their weight and work and everything. They weren't pulling their weight. And that's how I disintegrated. And one guy came out there in the lobby. Everybody in the restaurant, black people in there were terrified. This guy looked fucking like he was a killer. This Chinese guy looked fucking like, I don't know where they got him from, man. But this guy looked like he just got off the boat, man. This guy looked like he looked like death. Look at his face. He looks like death. And everybody was like, he sat there in the dining area, and everybody was just looking at him like, oh, wow. This guy, he had a tank. Pulled his shirt off and he had like a tank top on. This guy looked like he was dangerous, Like he's about to go off and just start stabbing everybody in the freaking place. But the bottom line is that taught me something, right? About these so-called, you think all these immigrants, they work together and everything like that, and they got Ubuntu and everything. That right there showed me when I saw the whole kitchen just broke. There was like 20, 30 people, just complete meltdown, complete meltdown. And I said to myself, well, how would Ubuntu work and whatnot if they ain't like checks and they ain't somebody in charge making sure people do their job and everything? That's the problem I have with Ubuntu. It seems like they don't freaking they basically say, okay, there should be no bosses, there should be no this. We should all figure out things together. It does not work like that in the real world. I'm sorry. As somebody who ran a business before, somebody who has a business right now, that does not work like that in the real world. So that Ubuntu stuff, in many ways, is just fantasy. That's never going to be reality. All right, Jamal, what's on your mind?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Colin Thanos, man. The HNIC of the BAIO. How you doing, good brother?
All right.
What's on my mind, to be honest with you, brother, man? I was listening to you, talking about Ubuntu and stuff like that, and Africa. And I was just thinking, man, what would Africa, I know it's a big continent, many different countries. What would Africa look under? How would it look under Kamala Harris or a Donald Trump presidency? I was thinking about that.
Oh,
So
bottom line is Donald Trump basically, he's not going to push the LGBTQ like Biden did. That's one thing. People understand something that LGBTQ stuff they're trying to push in Africa is real. And they tie it to foreign aid. They tie it to all stuff like that. If you don't, you're tell a group of people to change, alternate their thing. I don't hear a Baruti and people like that talking about that more. Afro's think tank. He's all for that LGBTQ stuff. That guy's a fake.
yeah, Colin. I don't understand, because somebody told me, right? This is what somebody told me, Colin. They said, "Oh, our relationship going to change if you're not voting for Kamala." I thought you was a Pan African. I said, "Excuse me."
What the hell's Pan Africa
I
do with
didn't
a
know.
freaking
Listen,
Indian
Carla.
lady?
Listen, Carla. I didn't know. One of the requirements to be a Pan African was I had to vote for Kamala. I never knew that in the
Well, bottom
playbook.
line, it's not because it's pablum. They get up there. They like I said. I told you years ago that that's why I said I distance myself from the Pan African movement now. Because so many people have come into the Pan African movement, right, with ulterior motives, right? You got social justice warriors. You have gays. You have Uncle Toms. You have clowns. You have homosexuals. You have all these kind of things. Leftists, feminists, everybody like come under the so-called Pan-African. They weasel their way in using Pan-Africanism, so you don't suspect them. And that's what's happening, right? And so they're like, oh yeah, come on. What did Kamala have to do with fucking Pan-Africanism,
Yo, Carla. I never knew this, brother. I never knew this.
Well, the bottom line
They
is
said,
stupid.
"Listen, Carla." They said they're going to disown me. They said,
Yeah, so what?
I'm
I'll be
gonna have
like,
to,
yo,
I'm gonna
okay,
have to change
disown
our
me.
relationship. Yeah, I said,
I'm like, yeah, say,
wow.
go goodbye. I'll be like, okay, bye. Bye. I'm like this. I don't need anybody nobody tells me how to vote and everything like that. Nobody tells me how to vote and what to be and everything. I'm a man. I have a right to my own opinions. Now, Baruti said Ubuntu is a now look, Ubuntu, Baruti. I studied Taoism. Taoism has nothing to do with groups of people. Taoism is more about the individual. You know, it says a philosophy like Tao. It's a philosophy, but it's not like Taoism. I didn't know what you meant. But the bottom line is this: when it sounds good, right? But the bottom line, it's just a philosophy. Do they understand, Jamal? Philosophy is just a philosophy. That does not
Yeah,
mean it's
yeah.
practicality.
Right.
People just take a philosophy because it sounds good. Oh, it's time to do Ubuntu because everything else has failed. Kwanzaa failed. They thought Kwanzaa was gonna be first fruits and the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Whatever happened with that?
Hey, Kyla, I think we should stop wearing white socks because we failed. You know that's the white socks argument.
What do you mean?
What I'm saying is, because we've been failing as a black race, it got to be the white socks, because we wear white socks.
Oh yeah,
Right,
that'll come next one. Now everybody got to wear yellow socks because white socks.
right,
The
right,
reason
right,
why
right.
we're failing, that's what. Like I said, the bottom line is it's our situation in America collectively. Individuals do good in America, Black America, but collectively we haven't been able to pull nothing off because we're just not a people like that,
Listen, Kyle, they told me if I ain't voting for Kamala, I thought she was for the diaspora. That's what they told me.
You care less about no diaspora. What
I
diaspora?
said, wow.
A bunch of third world people. Like I said, you would what is that? That's been all these third world people that want to flood into America. This is the thing what I'm talking about. When I say obsolete man, these people really believe that you come from a third world country, you are basically entitled to whatever America has to offer, absent you are being a citizen, being born here, everything. That there's nothing that we're entitled to. That's what a lot of Black immigrants think. They see Black people over here and everything. They don't understand our ancestors paid for in blood so we can have what we have in America. They just automatically assume it's theirs, and we have to be fighting for them constantly and everything like that. And I'm like, yo, look, everybody's like basically like, yo, look, man, we're starting worrying about ourselves. Forget some diaspora thing. Nobody cares about that. I mean, I don't anymore. If it happens, it happens. Or whatever like that. You know. So like this, see, and then we're titled Section 8. Jamal, are you on Section 8?
Nah, never, man.
I'm saying, do you know anybody that's on Section 8?
I don't know. Nobody's on Section
I
8.
don't know anybody on Section 8. So why is these guys? See, this is what I'm talking about. These guys always throwing stuff out there, and the bottom line, they take old, antiquated white supremacy talking points, welfare, Section 8, and everything like that. Stuff white people don't even say anymore.
Yeah, black people don't vote. Black men don't vote. All this shit. Yeah.
So the bottom line, and also when we vote, black people, black men, you listen to TikTok, black men are talking about the border. They're talking about inflation. Like we have agency, you know.
Kyle, I thought we did too. I agree with you on that, brother. Yeah.
Ant Nam, no, it's nothing to be ashamed of, but you're absolutely everything to be ashamed of. You're everything to be ashamed of. If I was you, I'd be ashamed. A Nigerian refugee somewhere in the world, wherever the hell you at, you have everything to be ashamed of. You
what's crazy, Kyle, when you got some in the diaspora, they swear they know America more than you, Kyle.
Oh yeah, they know everything about America. We got like 50 million black people. We got 50 million black people. I seen a young brother the other day, man. Guy must have no been more than like 33 years old, driving a fucking brand new fucking Tesla. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the hell you doing? People out here doing it, man. These guys are fucking young guys out here are freaking making money hand over fucking fist out here in Virginia Beach and Chesapeake, this area right here, and everything. Big houses, everything. Young people, young guys, young brothers, So I don't know what Ant Nam's talking about. The state I live in Virginia, black people basically dominate the state, and so I don't know what is he talking about? Section 8. When I don't know what is he talking about. I have no idea. So the bottom line is,
I ain't heard that term Section 8 in years, Kyle.
because he's out of date,
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So bottom line is, now he says he drives a Tesla. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So the bottom line is this. Bottom line, my point I'm trying to make is the brothers out here doing their thing. And like I said, that the only Ubuntu that I believe in, Jamal, is the fact I like being around other black people that are doing well. I just do.
That's
And
a fact. That's energy.
where I live out here,
yeah.
where I live at, when black people are just killing it as far as like what they do, driving nice cars, living in nice houses, living in nice neighborhoods, everything like that. And I feel like I'm a part of it. I am, because we are. I don't want to be the only black special Negro that got and then nobody else has. I like being around a place where I'm no big deal. There's people doing it just like I'm doing it. So that's how I like to live. That's my vision of Ubuntu. We all coming up and prospering and thriving together. I don't want to suffer with
But
nobody.
Kyle, you don't think of Ubuntu is wanting Kamala to get in there? Kamala
Man,
Wallace?
I have no idea what hell Kamala is and everything. There was one girl did a video, man. She's so cute. This little light skinned girl. She was like, her father goes, such such. Didn't you do your homework? Let me tell you, Dad. I was born in the middle class. She kept, the whole video was that shit was funny, man. You know, she was like, "Let me tell you, Dad, such and such. Didn't I tell you to do this after your homework? Why you haven't done your homework? Let me tell you, Dad. First of all, I was born and raised in a middle class family."
Yeah, that's
She kept
that's
like, what you call, you know?
she's the queen of the word salads.
Oh my
She's
God,
not
man,
a
that
in
lady,
college. She's not a great orator.
she's not, man.
Uh,
She's terrible, man. I'm like, God damn, this is what they're trying to. And then Barack Obama is basically telling us we gotta like. I'm like, do you see what I'm saying? Look, they, I'm still pissed off about how they turned my life upside down with that COVID shit. You know, I'm not. I'm never gonna forget that shit. You know, I'm never gonna forget the fact that they basically turned my life upside down and in 2020, and then they made let people riot the whole year and everything like that, and then as soon as Biden gets elected, suddenly COVID just magically disappeared. Oh, COVID's under control now and whatnot. You know what happened? You know, oh, it's under control. People, the vaccines are rolling out. Nothing to see here. When they stopped talking about COVID altogether, you know, I said, well, I thought COVID was such this big threat and everything like that. It was a threat all the way up to the election day, you know. Then when Biden gets affirmed in the inauguration, suddenly COVID is off the mainstream. You didn't hear about it anymore, you know. Another obsolete man. I want to know how what the night.
I got a little. I got to disagree with you on that a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Elvis goes. Trump was. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's the media, Elvis. Elvis don't get it. The media. The media was driving the whole COVID thing. You know, the media made Fauci that dictator. Right? He was more powerful than the president because of the media. You know, and so the bottom line is this: I'm saying the whole year, Fauci said this. On one hand, Fauci says, "Oh, masks don't work." Then he says, basically, use a mask and all stuff like that. It was a freaking mess. Nobody knew what the truth was for a whole freaking year. Let me get Kidola on here. What does he got to say? All right, Kidola. Speaking of obsolete man, what's going on?
Good, Carla. Good, Carla. Was pumping.
I'm doing good. Doing good. How you doing tonight, bro?
You shaking, bro.
So basically, tonight's show is about the obsolete man. I believe that more and more. Well, you guys in Africa, you guys understand this more now because nobody gives a damn what the average African thinks on the continent, right? You guys are used to a few people ruling everything and don't give a shit about you, you know. But we're getting a taste of that here in America, you know. We're getting a taste of that in America, how a few people could tell us any fucking thing, you know, tell us anything, rule over us, do everything they want to us and everything, and we don't have a damn thing to say about it, you know. That's just my observation, you know. Now they're telling us without nothing. Look, I'm looking at this lady Kamala Harris, right? This lady is a disaster on legs. Lays a disaster on eggs. But yet, basically, when you try in your mind, you're saying this lady's crazy, she's a disaster. That's obvious, right? But yet the media and everybody else is browbeating us, saying that if we don't vote for her, we're sexist, we're misogynist, you don't like women, you got a problem with women.
Hey, how about this one, Kyle? Oh, you hate your sisters and
Oh,
your
you hate my
mother.
sisters, you know?
Your
Please.
mothers. Yeah, you hate your mothers.
Well, one, Kamala's not a black woman, you know, that's the first
Carla,
thing.
what you profess with your media, you people run the propaganda in the United States. There's no before you find the truth over there, you have to look very, very deep because it's the propaganda that worked there. It's not now that the propaganda started. It already started during the time of the slave trade already. You know what I mean? The white people run the propaganda. The people that form United States, the people that run that propaganda right from time. You understand? The moment they brought the Africans down there is the moment they start running that propaganda. The same thing they also do to the Africans also. They run propaganda against the Africans a lot of for years, you know, showing that the Africans have a tail in their ass. The French was doing that, telling their own people in France, that these Africans need to be colonized because they ain't no human being. You know, that run out to the 1950s that they have to import some Congolese for Belgium and throw them into a cage in Belgium and
Yeah, I
lie that
saw
this
that.
people can speak. You know what I mean? Then they deceived those Congolese they brought in and said, you people are working for us, now you got a job, we'll be paying you. But to the Belgian people, they said, this people can speak, you have to make the monkeys chant on them. Thank God one of those kids is still alive. He's maybe something years old man now.
They had one in even in the Bronx Zoo.
Uh-huh.
You know, and what happened
So
was the guy
so so
had
so
committed
so,
suicide.
so what I'm trying to say is propaganda have been the job of the people that form United States. You have to say it's not one country that form United States, it's different countries that form United States. So what happened? After all those mess, they see propaganda to destroy the Africans. I call the African savages uh, is ravaged continent, which was just all lie. They tell y'all in school, Tiger, that Tiger, you're no African. African people are hungry. You know, when the teacher stand in classes and show the map of Africa to maybe to your in class at that time, they say, oh, you see, you have to be happy that you're not African. You have to be happy that you're not African. You know, because these Africans, they're hungry, they're starving, they can't eat.
Joel, what do you think about the fact that what do you think about climate change and the fact that I say
That's
that
a bullshit. There's no climate change for shit. That's a
they,
bullshit. That's
their solution to climate change is
you
population reduction?
you can solve something you're not in control of. Climate change is a natural thing. Climate change has been happening for a very long time. They
Millions
can
of years.
look. Let me tell you, Carla. They cannot use money to change that shit. Billions of to do what? For the stuff that they're polluting. Let me tell you, even this COVID, I have a friend possibility that died of COVID. In that vaccine. My grandmother died of COVID vaccine. After taking it on Monday,
Did she die
she
from
died.
COVID or with COVID?
She was not sick. It was my uncle who lived in the United States who started asking my late sister, oh, oh, go and take my mom to the big city to take the vaccine. Like a vaccine look like cookies nowadays. It didn't look like cookies. The old woman, she's about 90, said, I ain't sick, I ain't going nowhere. My late sister said, "Oh yeah, this is they persuade her and everything that she went there. She took this nonsense. She died on Friday from a
Yeah, I think
stroke.
that COVID thing was and Jamal don't believe it, but I think
She
that COVID
died
thing,
on Friday from a stroke. What
right?
happened to my friend Abraham? Healthy guy of about 6 feet 9. She studied therapist later. He took that shit. What happened? He started having a large heart. But dude, they tried to run an operation on him. He died.
Mm.
You see, I refuse to take that shit. You know, my wife refused to take it. My kids refused to say, if it's a vaccine that I didn't know for more than 20 years, I see the reaction against people, I'm not taking it.
Yeah, I took both of those freaking vaccines,
No,
but
man, I ain't taking that shit.
listen to everybody.
It can be different for people's body. People take it, they live fine, but people take it, the CNN that were pushing the shit. I think that Chris Cuomo, I forget that dude who have his own YouTube show. They said, blah 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 blah. You see, this is our propaganda. Save me by saving yourself. That was a slogan. You know, that was a slogan in the United States. Don't take this. Don't take this. My look. I can take this vaccine of about 20, 30 years that I've seen people have taken it. I know the reaction to everything. Vaccine not just because swine flu. Swine flu came, Mexico flu or something came like that. They start giving it to kids. So kids that were jumping on the chair, feel happy. 2 years old kids become the kid that is always sleeping, never wake up.
Yo, when I
Yeah.
check this out, when I first went to Liberia in 2021, right? Uh, I I had to take a COVID test before I went there. and I had to take one when I got at the airport. It's a money thing, money grab. And I had to take one before I left. But the whole time I was there, I saw nobody freaking wearing a mask, nobody doing that, right? And that was the time Bill Gates said, "Oh, Africa's gonna be hit hard with COVID. People are dying." I was right. And then let me get this: when I was about to leave, right, 2021, I'm about to leave. It's like February, and all of a sudden it was like February, almost March, right? I stayed there for like a month. I'm in the airport. I'm watching CNN. They said the death toll for COVID in the United States hit 500,000 deaths. 500,000 deaths, COVID, COVID related deaths. But they don't say who died with COVID or because of COVID. They expect 500,000. But then right after that, right, they didn't talk about it no anymore. They didn't talk about COVID anymore. And basically, because it achieved its purpose, they got rid of Donald Trump out of office. Now they're gonna make Joe Biden look like he's a hero coming in to save us from COVID. Like the media, it's all the media. It's all propaganda. The media. Elvis believes climate change is real, right? Well, Elvis, do you believe the solution to climate change is friggin' is population reduction? You believe? Okay, I'll give you the example, Elvis. Why don't you go and basically convince your people, the crime people, to commit ritual suicide and mass suicide? Because that's what the climate change people want. They want people to die. They ultimately want people to off this earth and whatnot because, like I said, they believe you're obsolete. And so when people, the saddest part is they got people who they're trying to make obsolete believing in obsolescence. You mean to tell me you give a goddamn more about the earth than you do about humanity? I care more about. Look, I would rather see the population of the earth double than I friggin' say that the earth is superpopulated. We got to save the earth. That's a lie. That's a lie. And that's what you have right now. You got people basically convinced that they're the problem, that mankind and humanity is the problem, and so therefore they. Climate change is not real. It's not real. It's Earth is going through cycles and everything like that, but nothing that mankind could do to stop it, whatever like that. Now the stuff that could work, like when they do dredging and a land reclamation and stuff like that, permaculture, all these things like that, like the Israel did. African guy said something about Israel. Do you know Israel planted like 1 billion trees in the Negev desert and create a forest out of the desert? There's all kinds of technology. Ethiopia air potted almost 500 million trees, to green the forest again, with new trees. Now after 2 years, the trees are sprouting up. Little tiny pods they threw from the sky. Now they're popping up, and you got whole forests being covered. There are solutions to it, but the people who talk about climate change don't want the solutions. Their solution always is, like Bill Gates, is population control. That's why they had the COVID. Do you understand? COVID was a man-made disease. It was a man-made disease, gain of function. No one's even talking about that. It was made in a lab, a Wuhan lab.
Hey, Kyle, let me ask you a question. You think has China recovered from COVID yet? I'm just curious.
I have no idea. China keeps their numbers thing. They killed, they killed.
I mean, look at the trade. Look at the trade, though. A lot of their factories went out of business. You know that, right?
Well, yeah, but that's only in the Wuhan area. You got to say something. China has different provinces that are isolated from each other.
A lot of the supply chains from that part of the world has shrunk. Yeah, good.
Kala, let me tell you. Kala, let me tell you this. You see, this whole propaganda. See, look, this world is ruled with propaganda. Especially the Western world is ruled with propaganda. Climate change or you see, when Corona came out, right? There's some French scientists who said, "Go and test it in Africa," right? Oh, they said no, that the Africans will die from this a lot. No, we just thinking about the Africans. But guess what? They didn't give us the vaccine in Africa. Even the vaccine they give to us sometimes expired, sometimes these are vaccines that need high temperature refrigerator type of vaccine. Then African people don't have this kind of high temperature. This we had to store this thing to be good, you know what I mean? Because We don't, so what happened? They bring us the fake ones, and thank God Africans are not taking it. But guess what? Africans did die from it. You understand me? Africans did die from it. You know why? Because sometimes they do the propaganda and say, "Oh, Africans are no. Africans did die from it." Africa even live. Look, we were seeing people dropping dead in Europe and in America, and just anyhow, Africans were kind of like surprised. What the hell is this? Africans that contact COVID. Look, I contact COVID. I contact that motherfucking shit. Yeah, it's far more worse than if you have fever, 10 times. But after 4 days, I was cool. My kids, my daughters, one day he just took a lot of oranges and put some pepper in his hand. Oh, the next day, Papa, I'm good. Me and my wife, 4 days. Was I scared? Yes. But I just, keep on drinking the hot water, keep on, eating things at that time. Anything I can see, I just eat it. But after 4 days, the shit left me. But it takes time for what that thing brought in to leave your system. The side effect of that something, it takes time, take a year or even more self, because it destroys some of your, not destroy, just irritate some of your digestive or something like that, But I feel cool with it. But the problem, what I'm trying to say is, the Africans, they said they will be dying from it, but the
Yeah, it
Africans are the
never
one that
happened.
is, the Africans are the one that have the resistance from it. You know why? We already have what called large lungs in Britain. We live in a hot territory, so our lungs and the way we breathe is already different. So if COVID even come in, it would not be different from what we already experience as malaria, some kind of fever, the way we breathe in temperature that is almost, I don't know which people have we call it 40, 47 degree or something like that. You people call it Fahrenheit about 100 or something. We constantly, even when it's rainy season down here, but it's still heavily warm. Not everybody sleep. When we were growing up, not everybody have AC. So your breathing system is already different. Your heart and your lungs system can absorb anything, is already different. So COVID breathing or so shorting breath is not to us. We already have immune system that's already so thick. And you have to understand, we don't really, so not really nothing to it. That's why people were not using masks here, everything. But what happened? My uncle in America was pushing, even saying, if anybody go and take that thing, he will give money. If you go and take that, nobody, the young ones even. One time I told my own mom, right? Because it was my grandmom, my mother's mother, that he forced to take that shit. The guy, my grandmother took it on Monday, but on Thursday, he could eat. Before we know, doctor came and said he have stroke. She died on Friday night or Saturday.
She died from the vaccine or COVID?
No, she didn't have COVID. She died for the vaccine. She didn't have COVID. Because that old woman refused to leave. That old woman refused to leave her house to go and take, because they have to take her to the bigger city called Benin City to take that vaccine. She said, "I'm not sick. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere." No. She's old, and because my uncle is taking care of her, the feeding and everything, so he have that power on her. That's what I told my mom. If I'm the one taking care of you, or I'm your senior son and everything, don't let me tell you something that you will not do. What you will not do, don't take it from me, because I don't understand. If that old woman was having power of her own, when she was refused to say, "I'm not going to take that shit," and she stand by it without not saying, "Oh, this is my son." Okay, because she dressed up. She went into that car. She went to the bigger city. She took it. She came back home, and about Thursday she could eat. They called the doctor in by that Friday early in the morning. We have stroke. You just paralyzed from one part of her body. And tears, she regretted. She knows something's wrong. Tears came out of her eyes. Before she knows, she fell down from the bed, and she was gone. strong 90 years old woman who could cook for herself, who could do a lot for herself. That way she was gone. Who you gonna hold? Who you gonna sue? You sue nobody. Before you know, we have to be planning her burial. We just bury her like that. But the son that, yeah,
Kidola, let me ask you a question. What do you think about the concept of Ubuntu?
what is Ubuntu?
Now, see, you're African and you don't even know it, you know? Well, Baruti is as an African American, right? And he swears by Ubuntu. And
Yeah,
basically, it's basically this idea of I am because we are communalism and all stuff like that. We need to work together. Is that feasible in Africa? You know, in the real
yes,
business sense.
African people, they learn from their battles, have to live together. They fought each other. You understand me? Still,
Yeah, but
the secret
how
of
does that lead to? Okay, let me perfect example what I was talking about earlier. I talked about that Chinese restaurant I saw in the meltdown. You know, when it comes down to business and everything like that, there's got to be some people in charge. Like you got management people and you got work. You know, the whole what keeps a company in line, right? You know, it keeps in line the fact that the workers know they have to work or else what? You get fired, right? You get fired, or you lose your job, right? You know, that's what the management have to do, act a certain way, or they basically out. They'll lose profit, whatever like that. So they are accountable to the board members and the shareholders. You know, the workers have to do their part. They're accountable to management. Everyone's accountable for something. The idea of Ubuntu is no one's accountable to nobody. We're just gonna all work together, and Ubuntu is gonna basically save us all and whatnot because we're gonna have this kumbaya atmosphere in the workplace and everything's gonna solve all our problems. I don't really think that's gonna be the case.
okay, Kala, the truth about that, you people live in America, right?
Yeah.
In America, there's nothing like the hierarchy system in America is a white man.
No, we know, no, bro. It's not the
Hold
white
on,
man in America. We have black people in upper management too here. It's not what.
no. I'm talking generally. I'm not
Yeah,
talking about.
generally, but that's all. Of,
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking
you're
about.
talking
I'm
like
not
30
talking
years
about.
ago. Now,
I'm not.
now,
Hold on. No. I'm not talking about hierarchy in companies or management of anything. I'm talking about right from the foundation that you find yourself in America before you started building that so-called black hierarchy in the United States. It was a white man that was the hierarchy at that time.
yeah, I know that. But the whole thing is,
Okay,
though, we were.
so what happened? So what happened? You people start creating some elites who start coming out to fight for for societies and everything. And some of these elites also they are traitors also. You understand me? So what is going on there is you people didn't really fight among the blacks over there to able to understand.
Also, Kidola, here in America, there's a lot of black people who are just good professionals and good business people who outdid white people in Wall Street and some of everything. We're outdoing them. You know, we're
But
outdoing them. We're now all, you know, this idea. You have this idea that white people are invincible. They're not. You know, I look at my
Kala,
industry
Kala,
I'm in. You know, I'm on a high
Kala,
level.
Yeah, Kyla,
yes.
you can arguably say that over the last 40 years, well, at least working class or upper, maybe middle class, blacks has succeeded more than white middle class people
Yeah, we have
over the last
passed them
40
in
years.
many
Yeah,
ways.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Kala,
but
That's a
it's
fact.
amazing what happened over the
It
last
doesn't mean
30
that you
years.
put the Kala, it doesn't mean that you put the you yeah, you put live there as long as the white man live there also.
Yeah, but there's a
So
lot of white people who are marginalized now, Kidola. They don't have the jobs and whatnot. There's a lot of
because
white people.
capitalism have no race.
Yeah, so the
He's
bottom line
capitalism.
is, and black and whatever loopholes, every system, you gotta say something, every system, right, that they have, black people complain about, whatever like that, there's always inherent weaknesses, you know, and breaches.
Kala, capital system have no race. Capitalists doesn't see black or white. It's all about making money and profit.
But it's not
You
just
understand
that,
me?
you know, we have what we have is we have a hierarchical system where basically I mean, look at Amnam. He goes, people living in the South are generally poor. This guy's stupid or what? You know, Where I live at, Virginia Beach is one of the major cities in this country right now. Number one tourist area in the city.
Yeah, but y'all not really the South. I think you talking about the deep South. I think
You
you
talk
might be
about the
talking.
deep south. We're not the south. I'm not in the south, you freaking moron. You know,
Yeah, the deep South.
Virginia's
Yeah.
not the deep south and whatnot. You know, it's like the eastern
Ka-
seaboard.
Kala, let me tell you something, right? The richest black, I think they knew the richest black man now, what about 8 point something billion, right? Right? It's a African American dude, right?
11
But
billion. David Stewart.
is it level bill or 8 billion? 8 billion, not level bill.
11
Level,
billion.
oh, level bill, okay. Level billion, right? That dude have to make that money by working with different type of people, right? He didn't make that
Nobody,
money.
look, hold up. We're not in a black country like me in my business, right? I work with everybody, black, white, whatever. I don't see
Mm,
race and
yeah, but
color. My partners are
yeah, that's
black.
what I said. That's what I
No,
say.
no,
That's what I say. Capitalist,
you know,
capitalists have no
but
color.
that's the way it's always been. You know,
So if you're making
people
money,
in the business world, in the real business world, the last thing you're talking about, like I said, I made my mistake when I was younger, believing in some cooperative economics among black people and all stuff like that. They tried to feed me, and it never worked. But when I was in my 20s, I had a chance to get in a partnership with all different types of races, and I could have really done something by now. I could be a millionaire by now, but I basically got caught up in this whole black power, black
yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah. You see,
and
color. People that make money, they don't see race. They see the
uh,
money.
so bottom line, and I learned, and okay, now that's why I tell people all the time. People ask me the other day, Carla, what about going to Africa? I said, at my age right now, I can't go to Africa and make money. I just can't. You know, and I make my money here in America. That's it. That's good for me. But now, if you're
Then
young in your 20s and 30s, you got years. You
no,
got time.
color. You cannot come to Africa if you don't have the connection. If you United States, you can make your money. Maybe if you want your rest of mind,
Yeah,
you
all
can
I
go
care
to
about is making
you
money. I
can
don't
go
care
to
where I'm at.
Africa.
And I'm
Look,
making my hold on, I'm making good money with my
color,
business.
this what the Black Americans are not doing. You make a lot of money, heavy money. You can easily be sued in America. You can lose that money, or they can tell you somewhere a lady will come out and said he harassed me, right? He touched me, right? This is the propaganda I'm telling you right now. Or but if the only place where Black Americans have opportunity, if they have exit point, the exit point that they cannot just put all their basket in one place because you already know before you become a billionaire, you will face up a lot of lawsuits in United States. Be you innocent or be you guilty, it will come and meet you. You understand? It's not that okay, was this guy did is bad, but a lot of black multi-billionaire guys who are like innocent face a lot of things. They don't have to come only for the white side, also for the black side also. So it's for me. What I have a problem with is why is this dude who are these black guys who are like multi-billionaires? They don't allow them to breathe to enjoy this their money. Lawsuit upon lawsuit are just coming. Things that happened maybe 30 years ago. Someone just come and said, "Oh, when I was also time, it touched my leg."
Yeah,
You be
that don't happen that very often here, man. Because the bottom line is, people are hip to those what they call frivolous lawsuits and stuff like that. You know, it's like you get caught lying and those stuff like that, and whatever. You know, you're looking at serious jail time. So it really don't
Kala,
happen.
Kala, it happens. So
It happens, but hold on, if it happens to
Yeah,
you,
it's about to be a Me Too backfire. Look at Trump about to be president, man. He had all kinds of allegations, man.
yeah, well, there's always gonna be allegations.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Me Too backfire. Yeah, it's gonna come back. Yeah, go ahead,
but
Cal.
but before then, your name, you that run multi company, is truly destroying your name. Yes, that's why Kala. That's why I'm not really into this B1, B2 of it because you never know where your help will come from. You understand me? I live in Africa. I know some family members. They didn't like me. You understand me? Because some of my family financial status, they think they're far higher in financial status at that time. Some of the they even want me to come to their mansions to come and visit them. Until I start creating my own wealth, then they will not start creating my own wealth. Then they think, oh, then they didn't believe at first until I pull up with a Mercedes Benz SF 500. You understand? Then the gate get open for me very wide. When I blow, you know, Africans have fence houses and everything. When I came to that gate, I pumped the horn in, pa 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 pa. They look at, oh, it's a Mercedes Benz. They 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 like they ask the gate man to say, ask who is him? I just mentioned my father's last name. They were shocked. They said, okay, open the gate. They saw me, I came out of the car. That city room that they didn't want me to ever go in, that door of that city room was widely open for me with my shoes in. But when I was coming as a young man without no money, I have to, pull my shoe from the doorpost. But when I have some small change, I came in, that city room was be open wide for me to come and sit with my shoe. So why should I respect? Because you're black, I have to respect you when you're far more worse to me than the white man that will make me rich. Get it, man? So fuck that B1, B2. Well, no, man. I'm from everybody. I'm be everybody.
Yeah,
Be
sure. But the
white, be
bottom line
Philly.
is, you know how hard it is to actually do real business with white people in America. You got to be in their social clubs. You got to be in there. You got to really have something they want. For them to even consider you or not. It's not easy for white people to do business with other white people in America, particularly black people and foreigners and stuff like that. It's not that easy. It's not easy you think it is. Somebody got money and blah, 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 like that. It's not easy. It's not easy as people think it is. All the white people got the money. Just get with them. You're going to make a lot of money. It's not easy. If that was the case, everybody be doing it. And this guy Ant Nam says, I have no transferable skills in Africa. Let me tell you something. The business I do is IT and insurance and insurance policies for groups and businesses and everything like that. How is that not transferable? It's not transferable to a third world situation, but if it's a first world country and whatnot, yes, I could thrive. So that's what Ant Nam needs to understand. I need a first world. And the bottom line, I would never tell people not to do business in Africa. If you're young, there's a lot of opportunity on the continent. If you got the young and the time and everything, like the patience, yeah, you could do a lot of stuff on the continent. There's plenty of opportunity there, and like that. If I was 20 years younger, I'd be over there doing a lot of stuff,
Kala, you make money in America. You invest some charities. Be that it's still a virgin market, you can make a lot of money like that. You know what I
I
mean?
make a lot of money just what I do for a living,
And
and I
that's what I
don't even,
said.
and I don't even really need to invest. I can have some money
Hey,
in.
Kyla, why they saying you don't have transferable skills to work on the continent?
I have no idea what he's
Why is
talking
they
about.
saying that? Yeah.
If you're educated, somebody that's highly educated like me,
Kala,
from
Kala, you
Africa.
cannot go to Africa thinking you say gold, be digging gold, they become very rich. Look, I'm an African man that live in the diaspora before. I'll tell you this: if you make money, you can come to Africa. You can occupy a steady part of business.
I disagree with that because I know so many people that went to Africa and they lost everything. Because the
Yeah, but
infrastructure
yeah,
and everything
because
was not
you can
there.
also lose your business. You can also lose your business. Look, if you have a business, you take the money out of that business, but you don't put the money back,
And the bottom
and
line,
you're not start.
people have to. When I hate when people tell me I'm gonna do business, and they can't tell me where exactly in the supply chain are you manufacturing? Are you distributing? Are you
Kala,
wholesaling? Are you retailing? They can. Are you doing logistics? Where in the
Kala,
supply chain?
Kala, you
Who's your customers? Who's your buyers? Who are your sellers? Who supplies you? Who do you sell to? If you people can't answer those basic things and whatnot, and how big is
Kala,
the market? Can you
Kala,
scale what you're doing?
if you want to do business in Africa, forget this western part of chain of supply, all these things.
I don't see anything scalable.
You have to go deep. You have to go to the way they do business there, right?
Well, I don't
The
know.
Lebanese
I can't
the
do that.
Lebanese is used to it. The
I
Lebanese
can't
who
do it.
came
The
there,
Lebanese are third world people. I
yeah,
cannot do
yeah.
it.
So you have to think like a third world human being for you to make money in Africa. If
I
you have to
can't do
think like supply chain, you have to think about Amazon, you have to think about this kind of big time America way of making money. That's a little bit. Some of them, it's the money that fly on the air. Audio and other things. You cannot make money. Africa is real cash, real life cash. You
Yeah,
understand
African
me?
guy says the market Africa too. I don't see that. We think I was born
You
yesterday.
know,
I do not say Africa has less
so
than 1% of the global GDP. Where do you talk about the market?
okay,
You
Kala,
know,
let me tell you this. I have a friend who's married to a Filipino girl, right? That guy came, he and this guy, the guy went to the Philippines to maybe hustle himself there. He came with this Filipino girl. The guy saw opportunity in the whereby she can build a whole huge school. When I mean a whole huge private school. This girl built this huge private school with her money. Huge, like little private school, little school with about single building, right? This huge upstairs. What she built, what Michael Brassett did in Ghana, and built it in a place. Employ some teachers, everything, went to the community. That guy's making money through education. She's getting a raw cash.
how she make money?
She built her own school.
Yeah, but how she make the money? I know she built the school, but
She brought the money from Philippines.
I know, but how does she make her money back?
These people have to pay school fees.
School fees. When you talking about that little bit of money, how are you going to actually make
Oh
money
no, oh no.
on your school
You
fees?
you take little amount of money. This girl school is not just for not just for the these are for middle class. You understand? She put in things there, AC, where digital board, employ some teachers. She have every amenities to look like a top plus zero school. Nigeria people started paying for the school fees. That's what she's living in Nigeria with her husband, right? The
Yeah, that's
husband.
good for
So
her, but
so so do you think Michael Blas is not getting that school? He get up. No, he's getting it. Anybody that tell you, oh, I just build it for the community for free, is lying. So you be paying those teachers. So people. So you see, she did that for her heart because she's from a third world country. She believe in fiscal cash. I want to see my money. You understand me? These people be paying money into that bank account of that school. She'll be seeing the alert, see what is going on there. People are doing things. So don't underrate anybody from the third world and say, oh, from the third world. We all here on earth to make money. Be you third world or first world. But the same money and you enjoy it in a luxurious way too. Let me tell you, you can enjoy your mansion in the United States. I also enjoy mine. And guess what? Mine is mine. Yours, the day you broke, the day that house will be taken away from you, the day you be on the street. Well, mine, if I'm broke, you don't even know it because he be living in that mansion. Because for me, for life, I don't pay no damn bank loan on my house that I built. I build it physical cash. It's for me. That's the difference between your multimillionaire in the United States, my multimillionaire in Africa. It's totally different. You talk about equity, that,
that's
that.
how we make our money into equity and home equity and stuff like that. We can get lines of credit. America was built on credit,
That's what I'm telling you.
People say, oh, land, right? There's so much land in Africa, right?
They
That
don't
it's
have
almost. Hey,
it's not
hold on, Colin.
monetized though.
It's almost penniless. Some of that land is almost penniless. Like it has no value.
So
Value to land only comes by the things you develop around it, or
The real
look,
estate,
community stuff like that,
location, stuff like the
or natural
infrastructure.
resources. Right. But some land is worth pennies, man. Pennies
uh,
on a dollar.
to you, you take it like that, bro, because you seeing it dusty, right? To us, we don't take it like that. To
Like
us,
The Bag family, that shit, that's the most
That
dustiest
looks
thing I've ever
sad,
seen in my
man. That
life,
looks
man.
sad, Colin. Sad.
What?
The Bag family,
Yeah,
sad,
and
man.
also Ricky, man, you don't go to Africa when you're 60 years old and talk about you're gonna build an empire. Ricky's a freaking fool. You know,
Ricky. Look, if that land was not close to the coast, right? But you see, it's land, but what you have to understand, I checked that land. That land is a swamp. You don't buy a land as a swamp.
Yeah, the backstone ain't there, swamp. You're right.
You
Yeah,
know,
swamp. Yep.
so if the bar was really African, it'll be far away from that land, because that land is a salty land. Doesn't mean that
Afro
people don't.
stink, Afro stink tank's land looks like a swamp. You know.
No, 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 no. That land, Atusuta, that's a dry land. You can put, you can
Why does it look swampy and freaking?
no that is a dry land. So look, Afrotetic land is a land you can put 20-story building on
It
the
does
ground.
look high. It does look pretty high. The land he's on. Yeah.
That ground will hold 20-story building, because that land, the land texture is tertiary. You don't need to start putting a lot of things there before that ground will hold any building. And that land is also very fertile. He live in the inner land. He don't live in the coastal land. Kind of what you should decide, out of TikTok land can be, he can transfer that land to his whoever his generation, his descendants. If he's not married, if he's married to African woman and start having children, that land is going back to his kids. That's just the truth. But if you have to build from the coast like Lagos, go towards the coastal area of Atlantic in Lagos, you're wasting your time. Africans doesn't know how to manage land in those areas. They're not like the Dutch people who can build. If you build in the coastal area, they tell you this house will last for 50 years, 40 years, they destroy it. Because the foundation, you can't hold that building anymore. But if you go to the inner land, out of the coastal land, you get more fertile land, more what we call it dry land. That what we call it, but doesn't mean it's a real, but it's because it's not close to those salty Atlantic Ocean. Not everywhere in Lagos, but if you live close to like what they call VI, Ileki, Banana, those are like beach type of sand. You have to have a lot of money to build some buildings there. Then, because Africa does not have that maintenance of knowing, look, let me check under this foundation. How's the soil doing? Those houses will collapse sooner or later.
You gotta build a foundation. You gotta build concrete. You gotta drill into the ground. You gotta build concrete and stuff like that. And like our ancestors did in Liberia, they built land on stilts. They brought that technology to Liberia where they built houses on stilts. So when the water came up, whatever like that, the houses are way above the ground.
Yes. Those look, I've seen whereby in Holland they drill water for about 6 months with generator. We pumping water. They pump that ground for 6 months before they even start doing the foundation at all. They start pumping water with generator. Nobody is there. Start pumping that ground, taking the water out. Still, after that, they come with a heavy steel, dig around that foundation, the side, the down, and everything. They concrete up with steel, huge steel, before they started putting in the building there. What Africans are doing in some of these places, like what they call Ileki, those so deep coastal area that look swampy, they don't use to those water technology. If you build a house somewhere that is swampy, no matter what it is, you're gonna put that building down for about after 50 years, because the ground cannot hold that building, and because those soils, they're soft, they crumble later.
And that's why banks won't give you loans. That's why you don't have any real estate value and stuff like that. You got to change those basic things. You can be rich.
Yeah,
the country gets rich on real estate.
that's what I'm talking about. That we don't have the technology. Even part of United States, they don't even have that technology to be checking the water. But the Europeans that live in this water zone, they build these buildings. They can go towards the foundation. They can put cameras towards the foundation to see what is the quality of the soil. What is that soil doing? So that's why I'm telling people, if you don't have the technology, you don't know nothing. Don't go start building houses because it's what they call propaganda lances and everything. Check place like Florida. Florida, under that soil of Florida is all water. It's water, not else. It's a swampy ground. You'll be putting 10-story buildings over there, 20-story building over there. You did. What happened last time? The foundation just collapsed. Not because they didn't use thick concrete, because the soil is already sinking. That big hotel, that resort just collapsed. People died. So your ancestors have to be really used to building these buildings there. That you just know, okay, these buildings are temporary. These are not buildings that will stay forever. 50 years, these buildings are gone. You knock it down. That's just the truth, bro. You knock
Yeah.
it down. Look, Carl, I live in a Lekki here, right? Let me tell you something. These buildings here, you can sleep in the bedroom one day, you wake up, your wall get opened. Part of your wall will just open up. Or you go and buy a stupid house that they will not tell you the truth. Before you know, small rain come up, your living room, your whole dark house is just full of water. Not that any water, just water from the ground, because because they did do it well.
Yeah, they're
That's just
drilling
the
on the
truth, bro.
water table.
You know, we just have to be just to be honest. You know, So Afro TikTok land is a very good land. You know, kind of Afro TikTok is living the life, bro. Living the life.
Yeah,
It's
that guy's. I don't know. I guess he's younger than I am, so I can't do it, man. I mean, my whole thing is this is what I'm saying, Cadola, right? And no offense to anybody, right? When I see people like a lot of black people in America say they're investing in Africa, I say that's beautiful. But what I don't hear is, the part about how much money they make and stuff like that. They say, yeah, there's a lot of investment and whatnot, and a lot of enthusiasm. Like I think he wants to do a fish farm, whatever, like that. Well, how much money, where's the profit at? I think that's a part of the
Afro,
business too. Actually making money, right?
Afro TikTok is still coming up. It's not rich. Afro TikTok is just
Obviously,
using Afro TikTok is just using small money you have to buy some kind of inner
he uses his whole
villages.
paycheck from America, right, to
Yeah,
invest
it's buying some kind of cheap
in
land in the inner
projects and
village.
whatnot.
Don't get me wrong. In the long run, this land can be very expensive, but it's buying a land in some villages and try to make his life better there. Doesn't mean it's not rich. You can see what he's building. So those are not really expensive building in Nigeria. Those are cheap buildings. It built
Yeah,
like
man. The building he was at, man, look, that he has his property looks like garbage, man. It's like,
yeah, because we'll talk about building color. If you have some money,
he
the
obviously don't
building
have any money.
the building is
Uh,
different, bro. If I look
I
at
see
him,
some
I
nice,
look.
I see some nice houses in Lecky. Whatnot. Look nice, man. I was like, damn, it's a nice neighborhood. Nice neighborhood.
Yes, yes. Afro has this tiny houses. These are little tiny houses that if you
And
have
I'm
ten
like,
thousand.
hey, that's for the novelty of it and whatnot. But I just can't see what giving up my beautiful life here in America.
No, Kala,
For that,
Kala,
I can't do it,
Kala,
man.
Kala, Kala,
Yeah.
the age you are now, right? The
Oh,
age you
Adrian,
are.
that's like me and Dollar Bill, man. I'm in my 50s, right? Getting ready
Yeah,
to
yeah, I got you.
can't be
I'm
out
in
here
that.
doing that crazy stuff, man. Talking
Kala,
about
I'm in the same age bracket like you too.
now you way
Our
you way
risk.
older than me. You way older than me, kiddo. You got me by 20 years, man. Come on, man. You got me by 20 years, man. I ain't try it,
Kala,
man.
Kala, 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 Kala. You just let me tell you, I'm like the age group like uh J Lo.
Look, Eminem's getting on my nerve. He goes Banana Island. Yeah, I did
Kala.
see Banana Island. I see the fact that most people in Banana Island, I hear generators. I call somebody from Banana Island, all I hear is generators. Abuja, nice neighborhoods, right? It looked like parts of Abuja looks like Casablanca. The houses, I think the same people built the houses because they look exactly alike. But the whole neighborhood was empty. Why is that, man, Kidola? Got whole neighborhood sections in Abuja, brand new houses, never lived in. They're freaking empty.
Yeah, you see, these places you're talking about, Abuja, so part of Abuja would never really be created for the poor man. You understand me?
They gotta get somebody in there, man. Jeez.
And I bet you when I came to Abuja, I think when I came to Abuja, I didn't really like it because I did see at first, right? Because when I came to an area called Asokoro, it's one of the most hybrid area in Abuja. When I came there, it's like it's like almost like North Korea, right? Quiet, the buildings are huge, but you don't see the poor man that give normal services, right? What I mean normal services, like the corner shop, you can come and buy your bread, right?
Right.
You don't see like you can see okay, these people are very rich, but you also have people that is servicing their normal day-to-day things, like shoe repairing, corner shop, you can buy something, which I'm used to, right? You can see, people make money through the rich also. It's not really there like that. I was very, very disappointed. Like, God damn, go, I don't want this. I just told my uncle, I said, I don't want to, because he working, he work, at that time, he was making a lot of money there. I told my uncle, I don't really want this type of life. I want more to communicate with people. If I want to buy my milk, I can just go to somewhere and buy it in time. But you cannot live alone as rich. You need these people too around
Yeah,
you.
which I've seen a lot of neighborhoods that look empty. There's nothing
No,
around
it
them.
doesn't look. It doesn't. People are staying there, but because they're so super rich there, maybe you see only the security guard at that gate that is inside. You don't see nothing. You're right. I can't live whereby only the super rich, but you don't see the ordinary people. That is different in Lagos. So this banana island you talk about, this banana island or whatever you see in there, you talk about.
Unfortunately, a couple of years ago, I think it was me and Jamal that was just on a minute ago. We pull up a Google Earth of Banana Island, right? And one of the power transmitters was in the water, down. I was,
Well,
I was like, what the fuck is this? The power transmission line was down. So how's everybody getting electricity? Them generators.
no, in those estates you talking about, Scala, sometimes they have their own. They run their own private energy supply.
They doing something, man. All I know is not coming from the grid. I'll tell you that.
No, 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 no. But they have their own. They have their own private energy supply, right? Sometimes some of their energy supply come from diesel. It's a huge plant, right? Very huge. I can carry up to about 100 houses, and they give you 24 hours light. I think nowadays solar is even taking over Banana Island slowly. You don't even need those plants anymore. Everybody have his own solar, and things is going on there. You know what I mean? So, Carla, you see, Carla, the truth of the matter is they, they still enjoy this. They are wet heavily because then nobody's suing them. It's not like United States. You have your money before you know you land in jail. Somebody just suing you. You know that's scary. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know in America you can be sued for anything compared
Really?
to European country that you hardly be get sued like that.
Yeah,
You know?
America's too happy.
Yeah. So check out, man. You're making money because somebody just have a bad day. You just basically touch his shoulder. He say, "Oh, he touched me. He abused me." You all put deal with space over there. Don't be in my space. Don't be in my space. In Africa, we're not used to it. We kind of like, people to people. We're touching with people who touch for a living. You can shake your friend, you can touch somebody, hello, but as long if it's not a married woman, if we're a married woman self, you can touch his shoulder, say, hello, can I talk to you, please? But in America, they don't do that. They say, man, he touched me. Who the hell are you? You trespassing. Everything is trespassing. Why in Africa, there's big boundaries. You cannot be hugging on the married woman or a girl you don't know. You start hugging her. That is not allowed. Even if you hug her, but she have to give you the consent to hug her. Like, so you know her. But in America, they will hug you. They tell you, man, you're harassing. So you don't know the limit of your freedom, what to do. So we Africans, we're people to people.
Yeah.
So
which we call Frenchie wanted me to play a video, but I can't play the video because you have to put it in the back chat. I can't click on it, from the chat. Hold on. Let me see if I can go on my phone, click on the video and whatever. I don't know. She wants me to play a video. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is she talking about?
Carla, where's Francie from? Francie from? Where's she from, Sierra Leone?
Who?
African?
Who?
The guy's name you mentioned.
Oh, Frenchie. She's Cameroonian, but she lives in the UK. She's a British chick.
Okay.
She's a British chick, lives in the UK. She's a nice girl. I protect her. Like I said, all my people say they can't call me ADOS FBA because all my moderators, except for one, are all continental Africans. All my moderators on this channel are all continental Africans. I don't have any.
So they call you. So they call you Teda.
Yeah, well, yeah, they call me a Tevin now. Everybody thinks I'm a Tevin now, man. I got kicked out of the. I got kicked out of the Black American community. I get no love from no place, man. I tell it like it is. Africans, they get mad. I tell it to African Americans, they get mad. How dare you? Like Chantel, Kala, you just spent the whole night talking about. Look, I'm trying to give you constructive criticism. You talk about us.
Does she have our channel?
Who's Chantel?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I need to know this stuff, so I can go around and start bothering them on their channels. I don't know. I don't know if she got a channel or not. I don't know.
That's why I know them. I'm no them no B1 or B2 or B3. No.
I don't know. I don't know
them no B1 or B2 or B3. No. Kala, I like it as it is, but I like it Chinese. I like it Indian.
Well, like me personally, as far as like my culture and everything, I'm all for Black people and everything. But when it comes to business, man, I learned a long time ago, man, that color thing goes out the door. I gave people opportunity to join my insurance agency. I would set them up in their own agency, the state they were in and whatnot. And people just, Black people talk all this Black power and this and the other. When you offer them opportunity, but it's going to take a little bit of work, they're like, oh, well, look, how many Black businesses I've done with Black people and just fell apart because Negroes ain't serious about nothing, Now I'm like this, right? I got my business right here. I got friggin' white, Black, Filipino, Asian, whatever. And the bottom line is I'm making money. Everybody's making money, and that's what it is. That color thing does not mix when it comes to business.
How about in a relationship? When I mean, why don't you also try to your relationship with, let's say you're looking for a companion and another thing?
Well, I like, my honest to God opinion. I have no problem with somebody finding. I'm one of the few people that are Black nationalists who don't make a big deal about that. Because I understand you fall in love with who you fall in love with. Let me tell you something. It's like this. If a woman could give you butterflies in your stomach, right? I don't care what color she is and whatnot, she's for you. If she can give you those butterflies and you feel like that and whatnot, man, race and all that's not a consider if it's real. That's what it's real. And then you cannot basically like this. You will be a fool to be like, something, I'm in love with this chick, right? She's Chinese or white, whatever like that. But it's really bad because of social. No, man, you got to basically just take that L and say, something. My community, whoever's gonna hate me now, they're not gonna value my opinion. They're not gonna like this, but it's worth it because I got the girl of my dreams. That's just the way it is. It's worth it. How many people will actually go through that? Go through that. And if you're willing to go through that, if you're willing to go through that, then what you call that's fine, But the bottom line, Elvis says, marry Black, build strong Black family. Yeah, that's in theory, that's what we all want. But
That's
in
fake,
real life,
that is fake. There's nothing like marry Black and build a strong community. That's goddamn live, bro.
and also, I would ask the question like this: what is a strong black family, right? Because nobody, it seems like nobody
Does-
values a
does-
black family
It's fake.
anymore.
Does not exist. They just they look that word came from United States. They're not like marry black and have a that fuck that shit. You can marry anybody.
Hold on, me personally, right? Because what I do, because I'm a black nationalist, I'm a Pan Africanist, I guess like that. You know, I personally I go out of my way to make sure that the woman that I get butterflies from is a black woman. You know, and a black woman. And
Color, there's nothing like black love.
I specifically chose a black woman that was basically from Africa because I felt like that was going to be the realest thing I could ever do is get with an African woman and whatnot because that's like the realest thing I could do. And so, bottom line, I'm happy. You know, I'm happy because that's I feel like I belong. You know, but if somebody else, if somebody else don't feel like what I felt and everything like that, because like I said, my wife is who I want to. You know, she gives me the
Color,
butterflies in my stomach. Right? If somebody
yeah,
else gives me
you can be
butterflies.
there. You can be there. If you trust her, you can be there. But there's nothing like black love, color. It does
Oh, I
not
know that. That's
exist.
what I'm saying. You know, that's why I say when we're together, I feel like I'm completing something. You know, I'm with a black woman. You know, whether she's from Africa or wherever like that, I feel like I'm from a black with a black woman, and so I feel like I'm completing something. Now, nothing against when people say that, right? When I say that, right, people automatically will try to say, "Collar, you sound like a black supremacist or racist." I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. I think it's perfectly normal for people, just like if I could tolerate mixed race people and learn to tolerate mixed race people, right? God's saying they're even trying to make us tolerate gay couples, right? But with some, it's like right now in America, there's a war against black couples. You know. Say I'm too old for butter. No, you're never too old for butterfly, Elvis. No, you're never too old
Color,
for Elvis. Maybe because
color, they tell you, color, they tell you. This,
maybe because the women you're around, Elvis, don't give you butterflies. You never had a woman that gave you butterflies. You know, that's one thing. Let me tell you something. It's not always about, it's like, let me go. I have a female friend of mine, like my best friend, right? She came to my office today, right? She used to work with me, right? Now she went work for a company. I told the story before. She went to work for a company because they're paying her money, 401k, IRA, everything like that. But anyway, she comes by my office today to visit me today and whatnot. We're just sitting there talking and whatnot. Now she's real beautiful, right? She's real beautiful sister, right? Black girl, real beautiful, right? But she's married though. She has a husband, everything. I told her today. I said, you know, you and I are still really good friends. And she goes, was talking about men and women, right? And she was talking about her nephew's going to South Africa and whatnot. I said, well, he's gonna meet his girl on there. She goes, nah, he's gonna probably meet his boyfriend down there. So we start cracking up. His boyfriend. So anyway, I said, I don't understand this gay thing, right? I said, even to this day, you and I are just friends. You're married, right? I'm married, right? But you give me butterflies when I see you, you know? I'm always still trying to impress you. You know, everything like that. That's what men do. If men aren't trying to impress women, man, what good are you? You know, so if a woman does not give you butterflies, I don't care what thing like that. If you're attracted to a woman, she don't give you butterflies. I question your sexuality. You know, it's not. It's completely innocent. You know, completely innocent. But that's just the way men are, man. We always try to show off in front of women. You know, we dress a certain way. We make sure our shoes are shine, and everything like that. She like my friend. She just thinks it's so she is just so she just thinks so adorable how I'm always trying to impress her, you know? I always trying to impress her. I was like I'm some big time and sure and she's like she looks at me like, I know you.
Color,
You know, she like well, she thinks it's so cute and I'm always trying to impress her and everything.
color. Is she black?
Yeah, she's black, of course, you know.
Okay, color. Let
She's
me
like
tell
my
you something.
sister, man. She's real pretty. We're like brother and sister, you know. But I'm
Color,
always like
color,
basically like, you know, we're like brother and sisters, but we're just good
color. You
friends.
don't need to impress. You don't need to impress no goddamn nobody, man. These black women, they want you to start buying them shoes. They,
No,
they,
no, no, not her, not her. She's not that
they,
type of
they,
woman, you
they, they,
know.
they this black girl sometime ain't down with that shit like that, you know.
Well, I don't I know those type of women. Like I said, I saw a video the other day, right? Some chick who thinks she's a dime piece. I thought she was kind of overweight, right? She's in this restaurant and she ran a bill up to like $4,000. She's buying all different types of stuff, just eating like a friggin' pig. You seen that videos going on TikTok? She go, you look, I just spent $4,000. She's just ordering filet mignon. She's ordering all this stuff and everything. She's pigging out and she's ordering different meals to take home and whatnot, maybe give to her friends or other boyfriends. And this guy, like a friggin' fool, is sitting there thinking, no, look, I'm not overweight bashing. I'm just saying she thinks she's a dime piece because she's light skinned, whatever like that. But she looks chunky to me. She looks a little chunky to me. I'm just like, I'll be honest. But she basically is like on TikTok bragging about the money she's spending, this guy's money and whatnot.
Well, she's poor. She's poor, Carla.
No, she's just
She's
a friggin'
poor.
bee. She's a bee.
Carla, let me tell you something. Black people are the ones that pretend, even when they're poor, they say have the gold necklace in their neck, try to see what to dress, kind of like Versace, Jimmy Choo type of shoes, and all this kind of shit. The white people that create us don't dress like that. You can see a white person, very rich, but does he come out flamboyant like that? You know what I mean, Carla? So you don't do with people like that.
It was a black guy she's doing it too. She's just
No,
like,
Carla, anybody can wear shit, but they have no money in his bank account. You understand? You can wear.
she's like, I now spent $4,000 of his money.
Because it's poor, Carla. It's very poor. Look, Carla, a lot of people wear Versace, but if you check, they can eat even. But they pump these Versace shoe. They have all kind of clothes on them.
All
that
I
show
know is them
money.
type of females, I am not interested in. I am not interested in those type of females. And whatsoever. When they're materialistic, whatever, I stay as far away from it as possible. Like I said, I have one woman, right? Love her. I don't have any. I'm not trying to get with anybody else, anything like that. But like I said, I have a friend of mine, and we're just good friends and whatnot. And like, I just think she's just so friggin' beautiful, and we're just so. She's so sweet. She's like a Christian lady and whatnot, and we just
Never let
really good
nobody
friends.
tell you there's black love, that you become crying, you black love that make you sad, whine you out. There's nothing like black love, Carla. There's nothing like
Well,
black
no,
love.
I know that, and not only that. Well, hold up. The friendship I have with her is like brothers, black brothers and sister. Like a brother and sister relationship. It's not no romance or nothing like that. And so it's just like a brother sister relationship. And I need that in my life. I need that in my life. Just a friend of mine,
Okay. Can let
and
me.
now a friend of mine. Former worker, former business partner. But we're just good friends still. And everything like that. And so I'm like
Can
this. I just told her, it's just great to always have, because the world tell you that black women are out to get you and that this, but then when you have somebody in your life, she just always listen to what you got to say. And everything, thinks the world of you and stuff like that. It's just really a calming
Carla,
effect.
I never feel cool being around with black women, Carla. I don't like them. I don't want to be around them. I like it ever since I've been liking it white. You understand me, Carla? I don't really feel cool with them. I don't
What,
care.
black girls?
Yeah, I never feel nothing around them, man. They
Well, I don't
fucking
understand. I don't understand that,
sometimes,
bro. I mean, my
Carla,
whole
Carla, let
thing
me
is,
tell you this, Carla. I don't want to, first of all, I don't want to hear no pretending. I don't want to hear they don't say the truth sometimes. They lie a lot. You
well, hold on,
know,
let me address Elvis's clown in the chat, right? He goes, I don't feel butterflies to see my sister. I don't feel butterflies when I see my sister too, Elvis. But this is a friend of mine. She's like a sister, but by no means is she my sister. We're just really, really good friends and whatnot. And I used to like her before she got married and whatnot. The little thing called marriage and whatnot. She married this real older guy. But I guess she saw me more like a brother. We're the same age. She saw me as like a brother and whatnot. But she married this old guy, a much older guy. I guess she wanted that father figure, whatever, like that. I don't know. But anyway, the bottom line, that's what it is. So we're like brother and sister. We're just like, but the bottom line, like I said, I'm still very much like I think she's absolutely stunningly beautiful. And so therefore, yeah, like I said, I'm always basically, I get, butterflies when I see her, as simple as that. It's innocent. It's nothing I'm going to get with her or do anything. She knows that. She knows we don't, that's not going to happen. She knows I'm with somebody. She's married and everything. Yeah, well, okay. So what? She friend zone me. Who cares? You win some, you lose some. You know, I
Kala,
don't.
they can't talk. Kala black guys can't talk sexy. Person like Shante, those who Shante. Shante is angry, man. If you have Shante,
I'm not attracted. Jonathan now. Jonathan loves Chantel, man. He
if
was.
you have person like Shante in your house, man, you be going crazy, man. She can't
Nah,
talk
I'm not
sexy at
attracted. I'm not
all.
attracted
Forget
to
Ain't
that.
nothing
Shante,
wrong with
bro.
Chantel.
Oh yeah, no, of course
God
you like that
Ain't
damn,
nothing
type,
wrong
shit.
with
man.
Chantel.
You like that
But
type.
yeah, Shante is always angry. You know what you gonna do with a person like Shante? Most
She a
black guys are
strong
like
black
that.
woman. That's
Oh man,
all.
who wants a damn strong black woman? I
No,
don't
no,
believe in women.
nobody wants
You can have
a
your strong black
woman.
woman, nigga. You
Why?
know,
Why y'all
you
don't
can
want
have.
a
Nobody
strong black
woman
woman?
You know, I don't want
talk
no
like a
damn
man.
strong black woman. You know, I like feminine women, know when to shut the hell up and when not be a lady.
You want
Man,
a pushover?
no, I like ladies. You know, who know when to
That's why.
shut the hell up.
That's why you want. Kyla, you have to try the salad type, the walnuts and the avocado type. These people, man, you go pet like this black guy, they make you go crazy, bro. They look at you like strong eyes, strong face. They talking sassy, try to, at least push some of your body that you feel happy with. Fuck that B1, B2 black love, man. Ain't no exist, no shit. I want to cool it down a
Cadola,
little
what is you
bit.
talking about? Black love is this? What are you talking about?
It doesn't exist, bro. That's a
It
fact.
exists, bro. If majority of black people marry black people, that means it exists, bro.
That's a
They're just
fairy
a few.
tale.
There's a few stragglers that choose to get married outside of their race.
That's a
Other
fairy
than that,
tale.
most people. Now, Cadola,
Now hold
the
on. Now,
fairy the fairy tale is statistically
check this out.
is
If
that
most
people who
people,
do interracial marriage tend to have the highest divorce rates.
check this out. If most people are going to marry black and be with black or not, why are black people like me personally, right? Okay, this is my pet peeve, and I may sound like a hypocrite here, right?
Hmm.
It bothers me when I see a white guy with a black woman, right? But I don't really get upset when I see a black guy with a white woman. You know, I don't. I know I sound like a hypocrite, right? But when I seem like oh yeah, he was a white girl, man, blah 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 blah. But something goes through me when I see a white guy with a fine looking sister and whatnot. And I just feel,
Why?
I just do. I do. I get to the point where I'm almost violent. I've had situations where I almost did something in public. Just started something in public because I'm like, what the hell are you doing with that fucking motherfucker? And I'm like, so I'm like,
I agree with you, Kyler. I don't like seeing black people with any other kind of
no,
race.
I don't know. I don't
But
know.
one thing
No,
that really
I don't.
pisses
Hold on.
me
Look,
off
no,
though,
hold on. I'm
if
gonna
I
be.
see a white
Look,
person walking down the street with a black child,
no, I'm
I'm ready to
saying.
kill a
Hold up.
motherfucker.
I don't care. I don't care about that. I have a
What?
problem. I have a problem when I see black women, particularly good-looking black women, with white guys. That's what I have a problem with. I don't think nothing about anything else, any other situation. When I see a black woman with a white guy and whatnot, something goes through me. I really do. So, but I'm not a racist and nothing like that. All I basically what I do is I sit back, I take a couple of breaths, I tell myself, you know something, they must really know each other. I'm assuming that they know each other and they probably made for each other and everything like that, right? But my first instinct is this is a white guy who can't get white girls, and so and this is a black girl who thinks she's gonna have a come up, and she's trying to show off her white guy and whatnot, and they basically laughing at me behind there, laughing at me. So look at this pathetic black man over here, and he's laughing at me. I got one of your women. That's what initially comes to my mind. But then I have to sit back and think, no, that's not what. That's just two people who just happen to be out. I don't even know if they're dating or not. But I had to deal with that for many years, man. Seeing, especially down here in Virginia, when you see white guys out here with black women and whatnot. I'm like, yo. When I came down here, man, I not know how I had to compete with white guys for black girls. When I lived in New York, white guys, except for the Italian guys, they didn't mess with black girls in New York. I moved down here, man, and it's a culture that goes back to slavery. White guys think they have dibs on all the hot black girls down here. It's like so when I moved to Virginia, I felt some sort of way about that shit. It was like a power thing. So that's what I'm saying. But black guy with a white girl, when I don't really, it's like you with a white girl, whatever, like whatever, right? But I don't really feel nothing, right? But I do feel with a black girl with a white guy, I do feel some sort of way. I just be honest with you, I do. I do. It is. And then when I'm in Liberia, I see this white guy in Liberia with this fine ass Liberian girl. I'm like, what the fuck? I go come all the way to Africa and I'm seeing this shit again, man. I was about to cause a scene in a freaking a hotel, man. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? Oh
Whenever
man.
I seen a young Nigerian dude with an old ass white woman, I
I
always
don't care.
smile.
Hold on.
I'm like, get your come up,
I
brother.
don't care. Look, I
That's
don't
what I'm
even
talking
mention
about.
that. I don't even mention that because I don't care what men do. I'm not a dick police. You know, no man should be a dick police. I don't give a fuck what men do. I do care about women though, because I'm protective of women. You know, I don't care about what men do. Men are gonna do what the hell.
You're a protector of woman color.
I'm not. Hold on. I'm not Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson's a weird ass dick police. You know, I don't care what men do. You know, when it comes to women, our sisters, and everything like that, yeah, I'm very protective. You know, that's why I've covered it. I'm territorial. I'm like, you're coming in and taking what's supposed to be ours. You know, Missy
You're
Johnson, fuck you're not. You know, yeah. she covered at me. She said, "I'm weak. I'm all weak because I'm gonna say something when you're out with your white boyfriend. Come on, you know, I'm gonna say
Oh, she got a white boyfriend?
Yeah, she got a white boyfriend. That's what it is.
What?
And Missy Dom got a white guy.
Mr. Don, come up here and tell us what that's like.
You got a white guy. You know, she got a white guy. You know, that's what it is. All these black women are trying to come out of the closet. They're trying to go for it and whatnot. You know, they're trying to soften us up, you know, for this big, making us the black man obsolete and whatnot. You know, they want to get with they want to get with other women and they want to get with white dudes and Asian dudes. We're a thing of the past, man. Black men are a thing of the fucking past, you know? So it is what it is, you know? Let's see. African said, look at some of those mixed relationships in Africa. There's an age difference about, yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like I said, I don't like seeing old ass white guys with young black girls. There's something goes through me with that shit. It's like we failed. You know, we failed. We failed somewhere along the line. We failed. You know, we failed.
Kala. White boys are also human beings. You never know. Some people like it quiet.
Come on, man. Kidola, man. That's crazy.
Kala.
Hold on. Why are they coming after? Why are they coming after black women?
But why black people? Why black people also taking their guess also? So people like different things.
Not on the level that they could have black women. It's not on the same level. Trust me. You know, yeah, white women, for the most part, 90% of them ain't thinking about no black man. You know, that's just the truth. You know, black women, like 90% of them are thinking about white guys. So you could actually see genocide in one generation. You could actually see us actually friggin' genocide when most of the black people born are going to be mixed race or whatever like that. If this continues.
Kala, if that's how God wanted, you can't change it. You can change.
No, but I'm going to go down fighting doing that. You know, I am not going to sit back and be like, it's okay for us to commit racial suicide and racial genocide.
No, Kala, they cannot change. Look, you know, majority of you know that it's very difficult to change a race or something like that. You know, so
I'm seeing people. You know, they're changing the race or whatever. It's not just what you look like, right? Like Trevor Noah, right? That guy, he's half black, half white, right? He's African American. So basically, they want to trivialize, like Kamala Harris. She's not black, right? They want to basically trivialize what is black and completely take the meaning out of it. You know, take the meaning.
You can see that you can see that lady. She's not from West Africa or Congo race. You understand? But you can see
the bottom, they're calling her a black woman. They call her
it's because they sold her like that to you people so that you people can vote for her.
Yeah, so the bottom line, and they get away with it. Barack Hussein Obama is not African American. He's a Kenyan. He's a mixed race Kenyan man. You know.
Yeah, but you can see that you have that black voice. His skin is.
Yeah, he talks like he's black. He talks like he's black.
Yeah, but you can see.
He's been playing us. He's been playing us.
You can see that his father is a dark skinned man.
Who cares, man? Obama. Look at his philosophy, where he talks and what he talks about. He sounds like a liberal white guy. You know. He's a white guy.
But Kala, why Obama on is different? He's married to a black American woman, right?
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that saves him is the fact that
Yeah,
he's
but
been married to a
it's
black
not like
American. Yeah.
it's not like he grew up in his
But he grew up around
if,
white people and whatnot. But I'm saying
if
is what saved him with black people, right? Was who he chose to marry. That was smart move on his part, you know. Oh
because
Lord, let's do
he
Elvis
did
back.
grow up with his father's people. So
No,
indirectly
he grew up with his mother. He grew up with his mother
he
and his
grew up with
grandparents.
Indonesia and all these other places. That is one thing you have to understand. Obama doesn't have emotional attachment to his father people. That's why his father people don't
Yeah,
even
no,
like him.
he definitely don't have no emotional attachment to Black America.
Bro, that's why we
So
love Obama, bro, because he married a black woman. He didn't marry a ambiguous black woman. He married a black woman. You know what I mean?
Well, the
So even though
bottom
he's
line is, you
biracial,
may
he
say
didn't
that, but
marry a
the bottom line is
biracial kind of
still
black kind of
continue
woman.
to
He married
fact
a
that
real
this
black woman.
guy was a fraud. And I mean, the only thing good about him was he married Michelle, but that's about that goes
I,
as far as
I, I
lately.
think
Lately,
Jonathan. I think Jonathan. I think
lately.
Jonathan, Carlo, and myself, we're all in accord when we say that. As I'm not a Pan Africanist, but I think we're all in favor of building black families, right, Jonathan? I think you will only marry a black woman. I don't think you want to go outside of your race, and I think Carla is the same. Godola, you know yours is different. I'm sure you have your own reasons, as you stated. But I think most of us on the panel we want to marry or we have married black women and we love black women because I think building strong black families is important to continue our legacy and carry on our generational wealth. You know that we can
there's
hopefully
nothing like
build in our
legacy.
lifetime.
There's nothing
Most
like
definitely. And to add on, black women globally just look better. I
there's
mean,
nothing
it
like
just
that.
look
There's nothing
better.
like that.
Just look
Don't create a
better.
person that never exists. Let me
Man,
tell you
come on,
something.
It
Jonathan, you gotta
exists,
say
bro.
that, man. But you be talking about your standard of women is Chantel. Come on, man. You know, and
Kyla,
Jonathan, let me ask you a question.
Kyla,
Hold up. Do you think you are you attracted to Lizzo? You think Lizzo looks good, Jonathan?
who is Lizzo?
Oh, come on, you know who Lizzo is.
I mean,
Comment.
Carla, you just think fat women are just the worst,
No,
Carla.
I'm just saying, Jonathan.
I
Oh, talking about
mean,
black women.
they're
What
fat
black?
white,
Hold on, what black
there are
women?
fat white women and fat Asian women, Carla.
Oh,
There are fat women in all races.
what black women are you talking about? Right? Are you
You
talking
know
about
what, Kyla?
Lizzo?
I made a mistake the other day. When you brought up Lizzo, for
Yeah.
every reason I thought that was Gabrielle Sidibe.
No, this
No,
ain't.
no,
Who
Gary
the who the
Celebrate is
who the
different.
hell is
Lizzo do her.
Lizzo?
Lizzo is
There's no
she's the
difference.
musician. She's a little lighter, way lighter than Gabrielle.
She makes music? No,
Yeah,
never
she
heard of
made
her.
that.
She's a
I'm
hippopotamus.
100% that bitch. Something. I forgot the song now,
What?
but it's like something that had to do with the Minnesota Vikings. It was a popular song. I don't know. She made a couple of hits, I guess. But
Them hits been missing
So
like a mug. Okay.
bottom line is Lizzo. You know, I don't know.
Kyla, you
She's
like Lizzo.
why do you keep thinking Lizzo is the bar for ugly women? She's actually attractive. It's just that
you
she's
really think
overweight and
so?
she's been
That was
losing weight.
probably would. You probably do think she's attractive, man. You
She
know.
is. She's beautiful. I mean, women can be beautiful and
Kala,
be overweight.
Kala,
The weight is a health issue, but they can be,
Kala,
Oh,
Kala,
please.
you
aesthetically
said,
beautiful and be overweight.
Mm.
Kyla, you talking like a woman can't lose weight.
No, they
look,
never do though.
Kyla, you once walked around like a big
Hold
old
on,
house.
hey,
Lizzo is
hey,
Look at
literally
Lizzo, who
losing weight
lost
right
weight.
now, Carla. She's
you
on
get
a
with
weight
the
loss
fact
journey.
that she's gonna be fat the day you marry her, the day 5 years from now, when now you'll be stuck with a fat chick again.
Somebody,
I'm gonna get her, and we're gonna go into the Weight Watchers. She's
Kala,
pretty.
Kala,
10 years
Kala,
later,
if
when
you don't
she's
like
not pretty
Lizzo,
or whatnot,
somebody
you
else will
know.
find Lizzo very sexy. But what you have to
Carla,
understand,
I think your personal hell is gonna be when you die. They're gonna make you marry 10 overweight women, and that will be your personal hell since you hate overweight black women so much.
Yeah, Stacey
You'll be
Abrams
stuck in
gonna
there for
be
eternity,
down there with
bro. No
Stacey
escape.
Abrams. Stacey Abrams gonna be down there in hell with as a devil and whatnot, you
but
know.
but 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 this shape of a thing, Kala, let me tell you, in Africa, right? It's only Western world that you come across. In Africa, we don't discuss shape like that because we already found out in Africa that people come in different form. Depends on your family, your mom, your dad. You understand me? In Africa, we have music for everybody. We have music if
We have views of
you're
everybody.
we have music for if you're skinny. We have music if you're big. We have music if you're short. We just ask you, no matter what style or shape you see yourself, just feel happy. So only when you come to Western world that you start using, it's a model. Oh, it's this. But that
Carla, is Gail Scott or Jill Scott? Is she beautiful? Even though she lost some weight, but she was a lot heavier previously. Is
She's a
she
nice
beautiful?
person. She's a
Fine.
nice
She's
person.
fine as hell.
Don't say it, Jonathan. We know that. Let's ask Carla. Is she beautiful?
Jonathan, anything's fine to Jonathan. You know.
Is she beautiful, Carla? Jill
Okay,
Scott?
all right.
That ugly girl you had dancing in your car wash video was not
Please,
fine,
She's
Jonathan.
Carla.
incredibly beautiful, Carla.
Nice
Just
try.
know
You
that.
couldn't get nothing on that level, bro. Stop.
I
You know.
wouldn't want.
Oh,
I'll
you
run
ain't getting
from
nothing
that.
on that level, man. I like you think Chantel.
I'll get the fly swatter and
Oh, no, you're right.
swat that
Okay,
away.
okay, yeah, Chantel.
Get
Come
up
on.
out of here.
You think
Okay,
Chantel's beautiful, man. Come on.
Kala, can you be with a person like Naomi Campbell? You think you feel happy because she look one kind? No,
Actually, I
happiness.
think she's unattractive. Aesthetically, her face doesn't look attractive to me. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe she was more beautiful back in the days without
who's this?
the Botox. But I don't think she's that beautiful, actually.
Who's
Naomi
this?
Campbell, you know who that is, Carla? The
I
supermodel?
know Naomi Campbell. Yeah, she's cute.
Nah, I think who's
Ah,
really
forget that.
beautiful. Jonathan, you remember Takara, right? You remember Takara?
Who the hell is that?
Takara was a heavy set chick that was on like the Project Runway. Was that what it's called?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I don't know her. She's heavy set.
She's
Yeah, I
not
don't know
that
what the
heavy,
car
bro.
is.
She's a heavy set, and that's why I don't know her.
You could Google her, Takara.
She a
The white
singer?
man, the white man have
She's a
poisoned black
model.
mind in America for a very long time.
So in
They
other
give
words,
it,
basically, the white man made us hate fat women. Okay, kiddo,
yeah,
that's
the white man have poisoned your mind for a very long time, man.
yeah,
They give
man.
you
Condola,
that,
Condola, there's not many fat women running around Africa in masks, though.
what?
There's not many fat women running around Africa in masks.
Because the weather alone will eat you up in Africa. The weather would never make you look big because
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
the weather is strong there. It
Yeah.
will burn everything. But we should appreciate people who they are and everything, be black or white, whatever it is, to talk. I'm not that kind of the black side like that. Depends. I'm more like what makes me feel happy. I feel happy, but I'm not going to choose you because of your skin color. That might be black girl can make me very miserable, unhappy, talking angrily.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not.
Carla, what you saying about that person that gives you butterfly who's not your wife? I think that's out of pocket, bro.
Oh no,
Especially if you're saying that
no,
publicly.
this is what I'm saying, right? First of all, not everything is sexual, and that I'm just thinking. Her and I used to be friends. I used to like her years ago, right before she got married, right? And all I'm saying is the fact that she's still so beautiful to me, right? And we're just such good friends. She just like adores me, Which not just, but she just adores me.
Carla.
And the bottom line,
Carla,
bottom line, hold on,
Carla,
bottom line, look,
That's not a good
I have
look,
no
bro.
interest in her. I got a woman, everything like that, but just her personality and everything
Bro,
like
look
that.
at the way you're describing her. You're obviously still attracted to her,
Well,
and you think she gives you butterflies.
Carla,
That's
I only got
emotional
one
cheating on your
question,
wife, bro.
Carla.
What?
Only got one question, Carla. If your
Don't
wife
go over the
made you
line, bro.
mad, I'm
Don't go over
not.
the
If
line.
your wife made you mad,
Look. I
would
told you, don't ask me questions.
would you like her?
Hold up.
I'm not
Don't
talking
ask me
about your
questions
wife.
about my wife. Do not ever ask me questions. I'm a warning. Don't ask me questions about my wife. No, I would not.
Is there any
No, there's
possibility?
no other way because the bottom. I'm so secure in my relationship. It'll never happen.
Okay, that's all you
Never,
have to say.
never happen.
But it
You
is
know.
kind of weird that you up and up the other girl.
Carla,
So the
if
bottom line
you're
is it'll never happen. But the bottom line is I got female friends and whatnot, a lot of female friends and whatnot, and my wife trusts me. She knows I'm not gonna ever try to get with these females or anything like that. She trusts me, I trust her. That's the type of relationship.
Aww, that's so cute.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is, man. Some people can't do that. They're like, "Oh, you gonna cheat when I?" No, I don't cheat. I do not freaking cheat. I do not two-time, never.
I can't cheat because that wife is making cassava soup for him with some
cassava soup. What do you know about the cassava soup, Kidola?
I would not. First of all, if I ever cheated, right? Isabella knows me
Colin said he
so
doesn't
well.
like African food. Actually, he doesn't
know
like
what I'm
regular
lying to
African
her.
food. He likes like the Americanized African food.
She would
No,
know.
but with his wife making for him, he will like it because he like to eat with his
Listen to me
wife.
when I'm talking.
But Colin said he likes his wife because she's not typically African. She's more African American like him.
Well, basically culturally.
Yeah, you said that plenty of times, Carl.
Culturally, yeah, it's the truth though.
Carl, you ever had that dry ass fish that they be having that be looking like they in a circle kind of?
No,
it's called boonie. We call it a boonie.
No, I had cassava fish.
Bro, I used to be so dumb. I used to be like, "Is that a snake? Little baby snakes that they be cooking?"
Oh no, that's not
that's
boonie.
the first
That's
thing
more
I
like
see when I went to the market.
Yeah, it's like a dry catfish kind of. I don't like those fish either. I tell my wife I don't like any kind of funny African meat. I like chicken, and
Word.
fish. Anything else, I don't want to eat it. They still like to cook that weird kind of meat in America. I'm like, I don't want no dry meat. I don't want none of that shit in. You know, my mom when I
Yeah,
was
like
still
overly
young,
dried.
she'll cook gizzard. She'll cook all kind of food. I'm like, bro, we can afford better foods. We don't want to eat that shit that we used to eat in Africa. Let's eat good meat, salmon, all the good meat. We can afford it now. Yeah.
Now, do y'all cook the chicken? Do y'all fry the chicken in Liberia like they do in Nigeria?
One thing you don't want to
That
have
that
So
should
is
be throwing me off.
you don't
They
want to
most
have
of
throw
the
you don't
that
want
soups
to have
they'll
hold on,
they
they'll
fry
boil
the
the
chicken
chicken
Liberian.
a
first and
little
then put
bit,
it
Look,
and
you
then
into
don't
the
they'll
want to
put it
have
in
flavor.
some
Liberian
oil.
guinea
I'd be like,
fowl. You
no,
don't want to
baby,
have
no.
Liberian guinea fowl. That's the worst taking chicken in your friggin' life or not, you
Yeah,
know?
the
Guinea
what
fowl.
they call the country chicken. The country
Country
chicken be
chicken is the
having no
worst.
meat on that thing.
And friggin'
Yeah, I
it's like
prefer
eating
the
wood. It's like
the
eating wood.
westernized chicken. You said what, Colin? How you said it?
Eating wood, you know?
You
They
said
got
what?
anorexic chickens.
No, just the meat is like just disgusting, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, and people like that. Oh, we eating country chicken. I'm like, nah, bro. That chicken is skinny. It's been premature, not even premature, but malnourished. Got no fat. All you eat is a little piece of it, and all the chicken is gone. I'm like, nah. But what's your favorite Liberian food, Colin? Not the
Uh,
cornbread and the salad, but the actual
well,
Liberian
hold on.
food.
Bottom line is Isabella makes the best jollof rice, and she makes
Okay,
the
you like
best
jollof.
fried cassava fish in palm butter. You know, that's the best.
Oh, palm butter. You know the palm butter is our staple food in the southeast, there,
Palm
right?
butter, fried in palm butter with potatoes, onions, and shrimp covered. She made me that meal and whatnot the first time I went there, and that's when I really fell in love with her.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been eating that at your age,
Elvis,
Colin.
Elvis,
It's too
Elvis,
it's too high in cholesterol. It's not good for
Oh, it
your health.
doesn't
Elvis,
matter.
that cornbread almost look like a cake that black people eat. Is that what you call cornbread?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we have
cornbread is
cornbread in
like, I don't know.
Liberia.
You guys don't eat cornbread in Nigeria? I guess
No, they
maybe
don't
the
have
African
cornbread in
Americans brought it over to
Liberia.
Liberia, but we have a lot of cornbreads,
They
and
don't have
we eat
cornbread in
cornbreads a lot
They ain't got
in
no
Nigeria.
cornbread, bro.
No,
They ain't
Oh,
I've
got
for
no
tasted
real?
it.
That's
cornbread.
crazy.
Yeah,
Liberia has cornbread.
there's no cornbread. They
Yeah,
give about
we got
bread.
cornbread in
That's all right.
Liberia a
Like
lot.
that.
Hmm.
They ain't got no
But for
cornbread. Ain't got no
they got
gravy. Ain't
collard
got
greens,
no mashed
they got
potatoes.
collard
Ain't got
greens, they got
man. Damn.
potatoes, you know, they got yams, they got everything Black America got. Sweet potato pie, they got all that stuff like
Carlo,
that.
what do you
First,
call yams? What do you call yam? Because sometimes you
I
call
mean, what do
Yams,
yam.
you mean yam? You don't know what
the
they call
first
yams, Kador? You
time,
live in Nigeria. They have the New
No, no,
Yam
no, 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 no,
Festival,
no.
right, with the
Nigeria,
Igbos?
the
Because with
first
Black Americans they
time,
call the yams. Something
Cadola.
they call big potatoes yam. That's what I call it by yam.
Big potato.
Yeah, the yams.
No,
No,
the
no, we
yams. You
don't
know the
call
yams?
baked potato yams. The first thing
No,
I've
not big,
seen,
big. He said big potatoes, not big.
big potatoes.
Yeah, I
What the
talk about
fuck?
this huge potato you people call yam because we call yams here in Africa. Huge things, you know. We have sweet yams. We have the other ones, different type in Nigeria that we eat all kind of egg sauce. You pound it, it
you gotta
become
know how
like
to boil them and put
Powder
cinnamon,
yams and
a
all
part
this.
of yam. That's what I'm trying to say.
cinnamon
Yeah.
and nutmeg in them. That's
I
what it
don't
is.
like that part of the whole different culture shit because I remember the first time a woman was like, "Oh, she's gonna make some yams." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I'm thinking candy yams like we have in America. I
Candy,
see that
yeah.
shit. I'm like,
Jonathan,
"What the fuck is?
you're out of
What the fuck is this
Candy,
shit?
yeah.
Get this shit out of my
Bro, that's what I say,
face!"
bro. Like, the
Disrespecting
cultural
me.
difference is something that you always have to consider when you're getting married, bro. Because,
Candy yams.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I like Nigerians, but Nigerian food to me is the weirdest. I don't know. Honestly, bro.
Cadola, you
You
gotta
know,
be
I
honest.
yeah, even Sierra
Oh, check this
Leonean
out.
food is similar
Why
to
is
Liberian,
African
but they're
goddess?
less
Hold on. Why
flavorful.
is African goddess saying Western modified? No, a chicken is a chicken, right? That guinea fowl is not to be eat by human consumption. You know, it's not.
Stop calling it guinea fowl. There's nothing wrong with the fact that it's a guinea
Call it
fowl.
guinea
It's just the
fowl.
fact that it's not meaty enough for me.
Which chicken a
And
guinea
it's too
fowl?
hard. The meat, African goddess, the meat is too chewy, man. You know what I mean? Like that meat, when you chew it, it's too chewy. And
Everything got to be natural and whatever. Africa got everything natural and get the hell
I'm
out of here.
sorry.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
and
I
those
don't
and those
really believe
chickens
that
too, they eat
anymore.
all kinds of shit. The wild
Africa,
chicken.
yeah, Elvis, the Africa natural. I'm not talking about these big ones, these agricultural ones that they're growing up with this kind of feed that those African chickens are far more better than these huge chickens that came from the
I
West.
mean, the chicken that eat
No.
feed is actually better. That's why they feed them a specific kind of feed because it makes them fatty, makes them more meaty. That's why it's better. But the regular chicken, they just go around eat anything that they see on the ground. They eat shit. They eat their own shit. They walk in their own, feces. I don't want those kind of chicken, bro. You know, maybe
every
I've been
slide.
westernized,
Those
maybe,
chicken,
but
those
I
chicken don't
prefer
eat
fatty
this.
chicken.
Canola. You
Yeah,
ever ate bushmeat?
depends what our bushmeat you're talking about.
Mike
Okay.
Olawale eats bush meat. You
You know,
know,
bushmeat can be
Nah,
interlocked. Bushmeat
nah,
can
nah.
be I've eaten crocodile, you know, when I was small. My mom used to give it to me. You know,
you ate crocodile.
I've eaten what we
You
call
eating
antelope.
crocodile? You say you eating crocodile?
Yeah,
Y'all eat it in
crocodile.
Nigeria? I don't know. I don't think we eat that in Liberia.
No,
We eat
crocodile must
bushmeat,
look
but
like
I don't think we eat
chicken and
crocodile.
you can crocodile must in taste almost look like chicken and fish.
They
You
eat
Wow.
know, chicken.
crocodile. They eat
I know
crocodile,
they eat it here in
alligator.
America. I've never
They
tried
eat
it in
in
Africa. I don't know
America.
many people that eat it in Africa, actually.
Have you
They have bushmeat in America. I don't know why we try to criticize it like we
Yeah,
don't
they
have
have
it. Niggas,
squirrels.
niggas
You
be
know, they have
eating
Well,
squirrels.
bottom line is,
squirrels,
like I said,
raccoons,
They eat
man,
raccoons. I never seen
possum.
that, but I know there's
where
squirrels.
Yeah, they eat
you know,
raccoon.
people that eat fucking everything in America. That don't mean it's right.
Yeah, but I mean, when people say that about Africans, like
No, I know.
it's
We're
an
just
insult.
saying
They
this.
have bushmeat here too, bro.
Yeah,
Especially in the
Nigga, we
South. It's
got
mostly a thing
bushmeat.
in the deep
bottom
South,
line is, but
Louisiana.
the matter is,
listen,
like I said, I had a culture shock coming back from in Liberia last month. They're coming back from Nimba, right?
you
I
found the
told you
ring,
about
eh?
that, right? Should I mention that again, right? We stopped at a thing, and this lady comes out with a fucking monkey on the. I said, "Yo, give me the hell! I got 2 more days. I got
was
like
was
2 more
that
days.
after
I got to get
was
out of
that
here."
after the Ebola crisis? So you already know not to
That was
touch
this
monkeys.
year. That was back. That was this year, back in April.
Yeah, don't fucking eat monkey meat, man. That shit is damn near almost human. You know,
Like,
and again, I was young when I left Liberia, so I didn't really
here's how
experience a lot of
African
shit there.
God says,
One of
I
my
love
women ate
bushmeat.
monkey before.
Listen, man,
Yeah,
Alright.
that's not sexy,
She
man.
ate monkey. She
Look,
tried dog.
Elvis,
I'm like, goddamn, girl.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was talking to this Cameroonian guy a long time, you know. We were talking and I asked him, I said, man, have you ever eaten these big monkeys or anything? The guy said, yes. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I was a little bit uncomfortable with this dude. I was like, okay. I was a little bit confused. I don't know what to say anymore.
Boy,
One of
you
my
felt like he was uncivilized and he might eat you.
Huh?
Canola, one of my women said that they ate dog before. I ain't never looked at it the same since. I'm like, how the hell you eat that? Why would you do some shit like that?
Yeah, for real. I can't
Just
stand
walk
people that
around
eat
eating.
dogs, but I can't even
God damn
understand
it.
it. There are other meats. There's chicken, all the other meats, and you eat dogs. That shit is
Koreans
out of
eat
pocket,
No,
dogs.
bro.
South Koreans eat dogs.
come on, baby girl.
No, if you're not used to it, people have different culture. If you're not used to it, you kind of a little bit feel
I don't want any
uncomfortable.
of that South Korean culture, man. Please.
You know, so you have to be a little bit. People's culture is people's culture. You can't really change it. There's somebody that eat monkeys already eating monkey for a very long time. You understand? But dog is kind of like something else. Those are like domestic. It's people's culture. Actually, though, I've never tasted some of
It's
this.
not widespread though, the dog thing. It's just certain areas.
South Korea, they eat dogs. I seen them. They killing dogs in a fucking
They eat
market.
dogs in Ibangi, in Imo State, and Calabar.
No,
Yes, in Calabar, they'll tell you dog meat make them very strong. Calabar, they tell you dog meat give them a lot of energy.
Yes, they do. And I'd be like, I'm
Yes,
about to be one weak ass motherfucker for the rest of my
you
life.
know, so people, but there are some certain group of people in Nigeria. Probably they eat dog meat. So if you go to that restaurant, you ask them first, what is in this soup? You just ask ahead, please, what is there? I hope it's not a dog there. They tell you no, it's just cow and whatever, cow, chicken, whatever. It's okay. Then you look at the meat deep in your eyes so that you don't be eating some undercover dog meat like that. Because if you don't know, you don't know. You eat it. When I sold a crocodile to my wife and my kids, they bounce back.
What?
My mom served a soup with crocodile meat inside. I didn't even know, but then my wife asked me, "What is that?" And then I look at it, pretty good. I'm like, "Oh, that's crocodile." She bounced back. All of the bounce back. Nobody want to taste that soup anymore. I'm like, God damn, in my
I think
mind.
he mean they took a step back. That's what he means when he said they bounce fast.
Yeah. They take a step back. They kind of like, hey, I'm not into this shit, man. Like, I look at it again. Based on that, I also tell my mom, "Mom, can you just carry this soup back,
Yeah,
man?"
I can't eat no reptiles, man. That's a no no for me.
I can't eat meat eating animals. When somebody asks me,
No.
"Oh, what do you think about deer?" Deer is not a flesh eating animal. When I say bush meat, I'm telling you, you're eating a wolf or a bear. Some flesh eating animal and whatnot. I think that's fucked up.
Carla, that if that's their culture, that is their culture. The taste, they be born into that culture. The taste already, it's already in their DNA. So you can't just change
I
people's
seen them
culture like
eat
that.
the motherfucker raw, man. They just fucking grab a bush meat and just eat it. Don't even bother cooking it or taking
You
the
talk,
hair
you
off.
talk about that is
Who do
Ethiopia.
that?
I
Most West
seen it
Africa
happen.
cook.
I think it was Liberia.
That's
No,
nice.
no, no, no. Most West Africa cook their food.
Motherfucker just had a monkey to start eating it with the hair on it and
Monkey,
everything. Yeah.
That's because they roasted it, Carter. They eat it, bro.
No, I know they cook it just a little bit, right? They say, "Yeah, okay, that's
It's
well enough."
okay to
They
if you
start
cooked it a
diving
little
in.
bit, you
They
ate it raw.
couldn't, even, they couldn't even wait till they freaking cook it all the way through. Just burn
Carla,
it
I
a
see
little
why you
bit.
like the American, Liberia as well because
Of
Carla,
course,
no, no,
like
no, no,
me,
no, no.
man. They're civilized.
Collar, chill on the civilized. Ain't nothing wrong with
Hey,
them,
come on, man. I can't do that, man. Nothing against my native people, man. But look, man.
Carla,
You gotta
no,
work
no,
with me
no,
a
no,
little
no,
bit,
no,
man.
no,
Work
no,
with
no.
me. Work with me, man. Work with me. You
I've
know.
seen, the soup I really like in Liberia is that cassava soup. I've seen it, man.
I'll be honest
And
with you. I do not like fufu. I do
It's
not like
called cassava leaves, Cadola.
yeah, that cassava
Cassava
leaf
leaves.
soup,
Hey,
it
let me
look
tell you
good.
something.
It's
Fufu, I
green.
hate
It look
fufu.
good. It look
If
good.
anybody tries to sell me some fufu,
Yeah,
don't
it's my favorite Liberian food to eat, cassava
Yeah,
leaves.
it look
oh
good,
yeah.
bro.
I hate fufu. I can't stand it. I love jollof rice. Liberia has the best jollof rice. You
No, they
know,
don't.
yes,
Carla,
it
be
does.
careful.
I was checking that, Carla. We have the best.
We're the best
No, y'all
Carla,
rice.
don't.
Carla,
Why
Carla.
y'all be lying to y'all? Y'all
Oh,
like Ghanaians.
Mamani had jollof rice in Liberia. You
This
saw
ain't
that?
even a
You
question.
haven't you haven't tried a Liberian jollof rice yet, Jonathan.
Yeah, I
Trust me.
have. Yeah, I have.
Carla, Carla,
They got Liberian
you
restaurants.
bringing Liberia and
Shit's
Sierra Leone jollof
nasty.
rice into the picture of that. Ghana person will look at you, think you crazy.
But Ghana's overrated, bro. Really, honestly, Ghana's overrated.
Ghana got the worst food ever.
Their food sucks and whatnot. They're not
Let
even.
just be, everybody
You're
have
not
his
saying
best
about the
food
women
and
and
everything,
whatnot.
you know.
Ghana don't have the beaches Liberia have. Liberia has the best beaches in that region. Have the best beaches, everything. So I don't know what
Yeah,
Ghana.
because
Did they
Liberia is
clean the
not really
beaches up?
Yeah, Liberia's beaches are clean. What are you kidding me? You go down there,
Liberia.
I'm just saying. The last,
you go out to
I'm
Lhasa,
just
that
saying.
shit's so
That guy,
crazy. The
that
water's
guy's
like
a killer
I
son
remember I
from
seen the
Wales.
documentary. Little kids were shitting on the
no,
beach.
that's
I'm
a
like, hey, did
documentary.
you clean it?
Oh, that was a documentary from 25 years ago, man. You go to Liberia now, that freaking place is nice.
Perry, Perry, Perry,
I
Perry,
give them
Perry,
credit.
I'm
I
not
give Liberia
overweight.
credit
I'm a
for
6 feet
even
eight
though they
inches.
destroyed the country, they did do a
I'm a
good
six
job
feet
of
eight
coming
inches
back.
dude with about 110 kilo, bro.
Chill out, Jonathan. Leave our beaches alone.
Perry's
I'm
not
just
overweight.
saying. Y'all was taking shits on the beach now. Y'all probably still doing that.
No, that was Ghana that was doing that. The picture, the video I showed.
No. Ghana, they still shit on the beach today in Ghana. My
I know,
wife
but
told me.
Liberia
She
they
went
don't do
there.
that no more. For the most part,
Ghana beaches are dirty. That's what she said.
Ghana beaches are shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I'm saying.
How
And
do
not
you
only
know,
that, when you
Carl?
go
Have
to
you
the
been to
beach,
Ghana?
right?
Have you ever been
When
to
you go
Ghana
to the
Beach?
beach, right? Everybody can't be enclosed and standing around. Somebody got to do some water sports, everything. It's like, dude, are y'all having a village meeting or what? Or you at the beach supposed to be enjoying yourself? Pull out the tents, pull out the towels, go out there and surf. Liberians surf. You go to Robertsport. Those Liberian boys can surf. I'm gonna play a video. I'm gonna upload a video, show you guys these Liberian surfers, man. They're freaking no joke. So you
They
got
surf in
Liberians.
Nigeria. They surf in Nigeria.
I like the Liberians though. Liberia's where it all started. The
Because
surfing in West Africa started in Liberia.
Liberia is not selling themselves like the way Ghana is selling themselves on
No, Liberia had a
TV.
big surfing contest back in May.
But the
You
sense of the
know,
matter, Liberia, you enjoy Liberia a lot. I love Nigerians that go over there. They tell you they enjoy it a lot.
I have a
Straight up,
blast in Liberia. When at some point, I don't have no interest in going to any other country in West Africa. My next trip.
Kala, in terms of sense, in terms of behavior, Liberia is closer to us in terms of the way we behave.
No, they're close to us.
Liberia is closer to
Liberia.
us.
Carla just hates he just hates Nigerians, man.
What?
He
I don't
just
hate
hates Nigerians,
Nigerians.
Carla.
Hey, look, when I was in Liberia, right, in the what's that, executive lounge right there on in Sincor and whatnot, that's a friggin' nice hotel and everything like that. There was a lot of Nigerians in there, you know. There was a lot of Nigerians in there. They was sitting there chill doing business, but Nigerian businessmen in there, you know.
Nigerians are coming to Liberia. Nigerians are flocking to Liberia to do business, and some of them have family ties over there,
Like
wife.
some of the bank, most of the banks in Nigeria, Liberia, are like Nigerian, you know.
Because they're the one closer to us in terms of mentality. That's just the
I
truth.
would say that y'all mentality. Come on, man.
No, they're the one closer to us in terms of
Oh,
mentality, bro.
Liberia is like friggin' more closer to America and everything.
But in terms of in Africa, there's far more
Or
closer to
maybe
us.
in Africa, but we go to Liberia on the
Kala,
media
both the native,
television. Hold on, keep it
Kala,
hold on.
Kala,
You
you're
turn
making it
on the
wrong, man.
radio, or you turn on the radio, right? All you hear is American music, American
Kyla,
gospel.
is true. Liberians love Nigerians. It's true.
I know that, but
Kala,
the bottom line, hold on. The
Kala,
bottom line is
Kala,
this:
Kala,
in America,
Kala,
when you go to Liberia, what do you music you hear for mostly? American
Kala,
music.
if you bring a Liberia person to Nigeria, right? If we bring Ghana person to Nigeria to act movies, we have to teach her or teach that person how to really exaggerate it. But if you bring Liberia in, it's just very easy. You don't need to teach anything.
But who watches Nigerian movies? Come on, keep it
Oh,
real.
lot. That the whole of Africa watches Kala.
Yeah, I know. I was
That
like
is
this.
our
There's a
movie
fella
in Africa,
that
Kala.
told me some Nigerian. I don't know what the hell we were watching, man. Some
that's
I
an
was like,
African
what the hell
movie.
is this? You know, they're singing and talking in Shinagalaga. You know, and I was like, what the hell is
Oh,
this?
Kala,
I got
Kala, you
turn
need to
this
sit and watch it.
Shinagalaga off, please. You know,
Kala, don't let Africa get
Isabella gets
perspective,
into
Kala.
Filipino movies and Nigerian movies. I'm like, turn that Shinagalaga stuff off.
Oh, you
You know, I
see?
couldn't understand what they were saying. You know.
Kala, let your wife enjoy his cultural ways from.
Oh please, I'm saying, look, I say, you want some culture? Let's throw on some American movies. Like, put that on right now. You
You want
know
to
what I'm saying?
Americanize your
Forget
African
about
wife, right?
Nigeria and whatnot. Forget about Nigeria. I know this Nigerians are making a play for Liberia, but our culture is a little more popular over there.
Kala, sooner or later, you'll be seeing Liberia will be on top of the map because they have how am I gonna say it? It just
On top of what
now
map?
no
Better
Liberia
than
will be on
your,
top of the
your
map
Edo State,
very sooner
Benin
or
City
later.
you're in right now, Jonathan. You keep
Liberia
the wrong
because
country, bro.
before Liberia fought that civil war, if you go to
Liberia was the
Liberia,
number
my
one
man,
in West
Liberia was
Africa.
on
It was
top
the
of the
number one
game, man.
country in West Africa.
Yeah, they was. They were
Yeah,
on
No, if
top
you go to
back then.
Liberia before that
In
civil
order to
war,
get back to that, though, y'all have to put the American Liberians back in
No,
power.
they have to make America. All you need is the Liberians. Look, the owner of the Calabas, right? The guy owns my friend, I forgot his name. I got his card in my wallet when I would say his name. He owns a Calabas, right? He's a complete native Liberian and whatnot. And that guy is a businessman, like I don't know what. He owns a Calabas. That's like the best nightclub I ever seen in my life. The way he remodeled that shit and did that shit. He ain't no American Liberian, but basically he just thinks like he's a businessman. The guy who owns Nana Lodge, right? The guy named Musa owns Nana Lodge. He's native Liberian and whatnot, but he traveled all over the world and he's a businessman. I don't care about what your background is. It's a mentality I look at. And he's like, man, yo, we're ready to do this, man. So him and Bomani said, yeah, we're going to bring more black people from America. He's like, it's good, man. So he gave us a 5-star treatment at Nana's Lodge, man. We had a freaking blast there. Nana's
Mm-hmm.
Lodge and everything. And so
College just got some free
I ain't
shit.
about
That's
the
all.
native Liberians. And when I'm disappointed with a lot of so-called American Liberians because
What they do?
because they're a bunch of fucking assholes. They were stupid for losing the country in the first place. The dumb motherfuckers. I tell them, I say, y'all lost the country in the first place. How you gonna give these people arms and guns and whatnot and talk about protect us? Are you stupid? They put all these native boys in the fucking military with weapons. No system of saying, look, what's our protection, everything. When it got bottom line is when the time came, they said, you know something, we got all the weapons, we got all the guns. Why do we need these American Congo people in power when that? So they took the power. We would have done the same thing. If I
Kala, it can happen.
if I was a
Sooner
native
or
Liberian,
later,
I would have been like, yo, look, it's our time. It's our time to fucking take shit over. And I would have done the same thing. Shit. They
Kala,
But
should have anticipated that.
Kala,
the native Liberians have been in power for years now,
Yeah, I know,
Kala,
but
right?
it doesn't matter,
Kala,
Do
to
you
your
see the
point.
progress
They're
that
gonna
they're
remain.
making?
They're gonna remain in power. But the bottom line, it's not.
I don't know about
Let me tell
that.
you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Still, the people, the people who actually run everything in Liberia, who own most of the property, the movers and shakers, are still part of that American Liberian class. You know, that's just the honest to God truth.
So
Natives
Kala,
what if that's the case?
but the
Wouldn't you
culture,
want
of
them
the
in
culture of
power?
the culture of the country is still basically
Kala, now they fought each other.
America,
They'll be
Liberia.
far more united now than ever. You see, unity don't just come like that. Now they fought each other. They find out they have to settle their problem more with mouth than picking the gun. Mistake is being made, but now they will come back united. Now that they see themselves more like a family than those who want to rip themselves up. You see, when you fight each other, you now realize it doesn't worth it. To start fighting each other, you have to come and sit.
Let me tell you something. That fighting that happened in Liberia can happen any place in the black world. It
Yeah,
can happen
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
Nigeria. It can
yeah,
happen in Cameroon. It's happening in Cameroon.
yeah. That
It
was
can
going on in
still happen in
Cameroon.
Angola.
Don't bring up
It can happen
Cameroon.
any
Finch is in the
look,
chat.
every last single country where there's black people or the majority, right? Anything could happen. That's just the way it is. We haven't reached that level of civilization yet where we can iron things out without that conflict.
It happened in Nigeria with the Biafra, but guess what? Because that Biafra war happened, now even the Biafra crying Biafra, but nobody's picking the gun anymore. So let's go and fight them
But
because
there's a
just
lot
okay.
of Biafran people say they want the IPOB, they want an independence movement of Biafra and everything like that.
But because we're too
They have one.
integrated
They still
before.
got one though now.
No,
I think Biafra gonna be free one day. I hope they do.
no, it's not gonna happen, man. It's not
Condola
gonna
now.
happen.
If there's
You know why?
a group of people saying that they want
You
freedom,
know,
liberty, and they feel oppressed, and they said if they want to be
yeah, but
independent,
but
you
yeah,
should
but
honor it.
the integration, right? The intermarriages of some of these Nigerians is heavy. They can shout as they want, but man, you can look Igbo. Those days where Biafra happened, the Igbo people usually don't marry to other people; they just marry to themselves. You understand me? No matter where the woman is coming from, they'll tell you, "Oh, it's not an Igbo woman." They'll come breed up. But now, Igbo women are fast the most intercultural type of marriages in Africa. In Nigeria, every home have
You know,
Igbo wife. You know what I mean?
in the world, Igbos tend to get married outside
Yeah.
of Igbo.
So in Nigeria, that intermarriages water the ground, but they not believe that no need to fight each other, no need to start killing it. Man, the northern ones, why they're doing that one yet, they not heavily still rely on themselves. You understand me? That's just the problem. Their religion is setting them back. You know, but in short, Africa generally they kind of like intermarry now. Our friends who married to Mali, who married before you hardly see all these things. Highest we get married to is Ghana, Nigeria and Ghana. Way back. But now the marriage is like across Ivory Coast, Gambia. You know, Gambia have one of the most beautiful women in West Africa anyway. You know, all these things nowadays. So
All right,
it don't
okay,
really.
fellas, I'm gonna wrap it up on a live stream. I'll be back tomorrow night, Friday night, for a longer show. I'll start earlier tomorrow night. And
Jonathan, you be back from Germany?
I'm in the States now. I left
Oh
Germany a few
man.
days ago.
all
Okay.
right, fellas, good night. I'll see y'all. I'll be back tomorrow night.
Okay, Carla.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, Carla.
Thanks for joining.